tea here, or would you prefer it on the terrace, Miss Jo?
I'll have it here, thank you, Benjamin.
It's a lovely sunny day, Miss Jo.
Is it?
And very pleasant on the terrace.
You're suddenly terribly solicitous of my welfare, Benjamin.
I always have been, Miss Jo. But these last few days you've been pale and listless. You're wearing a worried frown all the time, and, well, that makes me worry about you.
Oh, well. I may as well admit it, since it's impossible to hide anything from you, Benjamin. I am worried. It's all because of this communication I've received from the south of Italy.
Not that young man you met on holiday, Miss Jo.
Is there nothing the family retainer doesn't know about? Yes, you're right again.
Is there something I can do, miss?
I don't think so, Benjamin. This is something I must work out for myself. Just a minute, though. You might be able to help. Benjamin, I'm looking for a middle-aged gentleman whom I wish to employ in a rather unusual capacity. He must be well-bred, or at least have a veneer of respectability. Ask no questions, and be strong physically. Have you any idea where I might find such a man?
Well, now, Miss Jo, that sounds like rather a tall order. But there is a firm who advertise in the newspaper that they undertake unusual assignments. It'll be in the personal column, Miss Jo. I'll look it up for you. I can't remember offhand what they call themselves, but I do remember the address. 33 Half Moon Street. The temporary husband. Described to me the sort of man she wished to hire, I felt obliged to ask for more details. It's a rule at Assignments Unlimited that we never take on any work that might even vaguely run contrary to the law, and her description of the man she wanted was the perfect verbal portrait of a confidence trickster. But Miss Weatherby was anxious to put me at my ease.
There's nothing even remotely illegal in what I want him to do, Mr. Mason. It's just an unusual task, that's all. So unusual, in fact, that I want you to discuss it in complete confidence.
Well, if there's a story, Miss Weatherby, why not tell it to me from the beginning? I mean, it'd certainly make it easier for me to choose the right sort of operator for you.
I'll tell you the story, but the sort of man I'm looking for is right here in this office. You. However, I realize that it will be impossible for you to leave your business for so long a period, and I may need the services of your operator, as you call him, for quite a long time. Well, to begin at the beginning. Last year, I went to the south of Italy for a holiday, to a fishing village near Taranto. Molfetta is its name. It's old and quaint and picturesque, and has the perfect harbor for small craft. I'm a keen sailor, Mr. Mason. Molfetta to me is paradise. Well, was paradise. I met a man there, an Englishman, Rodney Fowler Brown. He was recuperating from something or another, and we became very friendly. I taught him the rudiments of sailing, so that we spent many hours alone together on the Adriatic Sea. We were, well, buddies. But that's all. Buddies. It never occurred to me that he might have gained a different impression. The holiday was nearly over, and Rodney was at the tiller as we brought my dab into the wharf. An old man on the quayside followed us with his accordion, as they always do with young tourists. The Italians are quite unashamedly romantic. Rodney had become quite adept at handling the boat. Starboard a point, Rodney.
Starboard it is.
I'm dropping the main sheet. Stand by to take her in.
Roger. Oh, sorry. Aye, Mom.
All clear, Rodney.
Stand by the forward painter.
Aye, aye, sir. I've made her fast. Throw me the aft painter.
Right.
All fast and shipshape. You may step ashore, Captain Fowler Brown.
Well, how did I do? Just like an old salt, eh?
No, you'll do.
Is that
All?
Oh, since you started from scratch 3 weeks ago, you've done remarkably well. In fact, I would say that you're at the dangerous stage.
Dangerous state?
You know the old saying, Rodney. A little knowledge is a dangerous thing. Well, you're at that stage now. If you think you can sail a dab over the Adriatic to Yugoslavia, you'd better think again.
I haven't the slightest desire to travel to Yugoslavia under sail or under any kind of pretext. In short, I veto Tito.
Oh, the old man appreciates your efforts. He's serenading you.
That, my dear Joe, has nothing whatever to do with the mundane business of tying up a sailing boat. The old man is handing us an invitation, and he's saying it with music. Come, let's put on this old bollard and have a smoke, shall we?
Capital suggestion.
What?
Thanks. You were saying?
Tonight's the night for the Amora Cuesta.
Oh, what's that when it's at home?
It's an alfresco supper and dance on the seashore. All the young villagers from Malfetta and all the young lads and lasses from the neighboring farms gather together on the beach for a party and to confess their undying love for one another. Naturally, only couples in love are allowed to attend. The old man is extending an invitation to us.
It would be unfair to accept an invitation for which we're not qualified, right?
I qualify, Joe. I qualify A1 at Lloyd's. How about you, Joe? Do you qualify, too?
The music, it stopped. Look, Rodney, the old man's going away. It must be lunchtime, and I'm absolutely
You
famished.
didn't answer my question, Joe.
Oh, Rodney, it's been such fun these past 3 weeks. Don't spoil it.
Do I ruin your holiday, then, because I've fallen in love with you?
Oh, you mustn't say that. Not even in jest.
I'm deadly serious. Yes, deadly serious.
It can never be, Rodney. It's impossible.
To fall in love is a natural thing.
Oh, no, no.
But why, Joe, why?
I'm not free to fall in love.
There's someone else? A fiancé? But you're not wearing an engagement ring. Oh, a boyfriend, then. A beau. I don't mind competition, Joe. I'll compete with him for your love.
I'm married, Rodney.
Married?
I'd no idea that you'd think of me in any way except as a friend and sailing companion. I gave you no cause to think. Well, to think that I was romantically unattached.
You don't wear a wedding ring. You're here in Malfetta alone. You booked into the hotel as Miss Joanna Weatherby. Look, I know because I looked before I introduced myself to you. Where is this husband of yours?
We're estranged.
Well, you can get your freedom. Joe, you can get your freedom and marry me.
I can't. At least it's not as easy as that. We agreed to a trial separation. Just a trial separation, Rodney. Then we go back together again, and perhaps this time we can make a go of it.
I see. Now, what if you don't make a go of it?
Well, this is not the time or the place to speculate on that, is it, Rodney?
Perhaps not, Joe. I'll wait. But if you don't make a go of it, then I'm coming over to England to claim you, Joe.
He might not let me go.
Yes, he will. I'm used to having my own way, Joe. He'll release you, or I'll kill him. Yes, Joe. I'll kill him.
So, there you have it, Mr. Mason. The Malfetta story. It's just a bit sordid, isn't it? Now, after all this time, I've received a letter from Rodney Fowler Brown.
He's coming to claim you.
That's what he says.
And what does your husband say?
That's just it. I have no husband. The whole story was a fabrication. I just said the first thing that came into my mind. Oh, he was so persistent. And I found myself being a little frightened of him. His eyes. He looked at me like that. Oh, it's a bit lame, I know.
Oh, not really. You were motivated by your own intuition. Oh, I am too frequently. And you're afraid of this man, Rodney Fowler Brown, aren't you?
Yes. With justification.
Oh?
We have a family retainer, Benjamin by name. He used to be our butler, but now he's become a sort of general factotum around the house. Everything from Tweeny to confidant. You know how it is these days.
I do.
Well, when I got back home, I told Mother that what had transpired, and she upbraided me for a nincompoop. I think secretly all mothers cherish an ambition for their daughters to marry into nice society. And the name Fowler Brown, coupled with a villa in Malfetta, must have sounded very nice.
You know, I think you're terribly fond of your mother.
She's a darling, but she's shrewd, too. This family retainer I was telling you about, Benjamin, well, she packed him off to find out what he could about Rodney Fowler Brown.
What was the result?
He's an ex-inmate of a mental home, sent to the south of Italy to recuperate.
Oh. So your intuition didn't let you down?
It came completely up to scratch.
Oh, no, I'm with you, Miss Weatherby. Fowler Brown is coming to England and, well, you think he'll look you up?
I know he will. Here. Since you're interested in my motives, perhaps you'd better read the letter.
Oh, thank you. Dearest Joe, I referred to the hotel register to find your address in England, so it's been my friend twofold.
First, to show you to me when you first arrived in Malfetta, and now to enable me to renew our acquaintance. I trust you enjoyed a pleasant journey home, and were as at home in the aeroplane as you are on board ship. I've been moody since you left, and have idled my time away thinking about you. The real purpose of this letter is to inform you of my arrival in England in a few days' time. I have no idea how your marital experiment went, but I have decided to talk to your husband and to ask him to give you up. I think I can persuade him. I am a most persuasive person when forced to be. It's a while since I saw London, so we might take a few shows together.
Love, Rodney Fowler Brown. Well, you know, it's partly adult and partly childish. When did you say you were on holiday in Malfetta?
So you noticed it, too. A year ago. And he writes as though it were last week. I imagine he has periods of melancholy when he doesn't remember anything. Then he takes up the threads again as though the intervening days hadn't been.
Oh, probably. Well, as Hornblower would say, it's a rum situation. What do you think he means by that sentence at the end?
About his being a persuasive person?
Yes.
That, I think, is the ominous bit. In the course of his investigations, Benjamin, our manservant, discovered that Rodney Fowler Brown was put away for an indefinite period after he allegedly tried to strangle a maidservant. I say allegedly because it was never proved. His parents are enviably rich.
I understand. A good bank balance opens many doors.
In this case, the doors of the mental institution. Rodney is considered to be quite safe in the south of Italy, but here in London, with a bee in his bonnet, well, I'm not so sure. Hence the reason I require the services of a well-mannered gentleman who is not averse to using a little physical persuasion, if necessary.
In short, Miss Weatherby, you need a bodyguard.
Oh, no, Mr. Mason. I need a husband, albeit a temporary husband.
Johanna Weatherby had set me quite a problem. A gentleman who was both gentle and a man. I guessed her age to be around 30, plus or minus, and in her social niche, I reasoned that a 40-year-old spouse would not be incongruous. So it was that I decided on Marmee. Marmaduke Bray, to give him his full name. Marmee was a heavy gentleman with a heart of gold. His sojourn at Assignments Unlimited had been brief. The studious type, he was interested only in the occasional job that might introduce a small measure of excitement into his usually drab life. Being a temporary husband seemed to please him immensely, even though I had impressed upon him the absolute necessity of behaving like a gentleman. However, Marmee polished his glasses, propped them on his generous nose, and set forth for the domicile of Johanna Weatherby, and I breathed a sigh of relief. Marmaduke Bray was not much to look at, but inside that blue serge store-suit rippled muscles of whipcord. Mr. Bray was one very tough baby. He walked to the house off Hanover Square and knocked twice on the door.
Yes, sir?
What do you mean, Benji? Yes, sir.
Benji?
Well, don't you recognize the master of the house? Well, stand aside, fellow. You look a proper drip in the doorway. And you've got an egg stain on your tie.
Oh, you must be the man from Assignments Unlimited. I thought we asked for a gentleman, not a comedian.
Mind your manners, Benji. The petticoat government is over.
Oh, Yes, sir.
Now go and fix me a whiskey and soda and tell Mrs. Bray I'll see her in the drawing room.
Mrs. Bray, sir?
Oh, your mistress, you dolt. And shut the door.
Yes, sir.
Now hurry it along now.
Yes, sir. Extraordinary thing.
What is it, Benjamin? Oh, are you the man,
Yes, Joe. I am.
What is your name, please?
Well, you of all people should know, since your name is Mrs. Marmaduke Bray.
Did you ever hear of a girl who was married without even seeing her husband?
Millions of them all over the Far East. Shall I tell you about them? From Calcutta to the Quang Ho.
Oh, later, perhaps. I'd like to hear about my newly acquired mate, first of all.
I embody all the qualities demanded of my employer by you.
A gentleman? Yes.
Thank you.
Utterly self-reliant? Yes.
Thank you.
Physically strong?
I sense a question in your tone.
Yes.
Is that steel poker in the fireplace valuable?
Not particularly, but it is steel.
Then may I borrow it? Now, as you perceive, the poker is straight. Now it's shaped like a horseshoe.
Your whiskey and soda, Mr. Bray, sir.
Thank you, Benji.
Will that be all, Mr. Bray, sir?
How about you, my dear? A little sherry, perhaps?
Nothing, thank you.
Just see that my things are unpacked, will you, Benji?
Yes, sir. Where exactly are you?
In the main bedroom, Benji.
Yes, sir. I'll see to it at once, sir.
Cheers.
Marmaduke,
Yes, my dear.
tell me about those girls from Calcutta to the Quang Ho.
Rodney? Rodney? Over here.
Oh, there you are. Hello, Lester, old man. So, you got my cable?
Yes, but you should be more careful. Luckily, I was the only one at home. If Mother had found it, she would have confiscated it.
Don't tell me she still treats you like a little boy.
If I argue with her, she threatens to send me back to the home.
Well, there are worse places than that, Lester, believe me.
I wouldn't want to go back, Rodney. Not if you weren't there. If we were back there together, then I wouldn't mind at all. But not by myself, Rodney. I couldn't stand it.
Yes, they treat you like a kid, too, don't they?
Yes. Except when you're around. You used to look after me, Rodney. Make me feel like a man.
That's why I sent you that cable, Lester. I've come all the way from Italy just to see you. Now, there's no need to be afraid anymore, Lester. Come on. Let's take a stroll outside, and I'll tell you all about it.
I'd do anything for you, Rodney. You know that, don't you?
All I want you to do is to prove yourself a man. Do that, and you'll earn my respect. That's all I ask, Lester. Just prove yourself a man so that your mother can't sneer at you anymore, and the warders in the mental home can't treat you like a baby when I'm not there. How does that sound, Lester?
Oh, wonderful. I wish it could be true. I don't know what to do. I don't even know where I should start. How does anyone prove they're a man, Rodney?
How does a soldier in a war win his spurs? How does a man on the battlefield win his medals and the respect of his fellow men? He kills, Lester. He kills.
Yes. Yes, he kills.
Would you kill to prove your manhood, Lester?
Kill?
Yes, kill. To prove to me, to the world, that you're a real man.
Yes, Rodney. I'd kill. I'd kill.
I knew you'd do it for me, Lester. Now listen. Listen very carefully. You're to go home and say nothing to anyone. I'll telephone you when I'm ready. First, I have to pay a call on the man you're going to kill. He lives only a few doors away from you. I must spy out the land and make sure there's been no mistake, and that there will be no mistake when the time comes for you to kill Lester. There must be no mistakes. I'll visit our proposed victim, Lester, and look him over. I want to know him quite well before you move in. Now, just a little knowledge. A little knowledge is dangerous. Yes, dangerous.
Told me it's interesting, Benji. You'd make a good Assignments Unlimited operator. How did you get all this personal stuff on our nutty friend Fowler Brown?
Well, Mr. Brace, I used a modicum of subterfuge. You see, I was fortunate in meeting one of the inmates, a youngish lad with a persecution complex. It's a normality of the schizophrenic, although that sounds a contradiction in terms, doesn't it?
Yes, well, I'm in agreement, but get on with the story.
Yes, sir. Well, this young man was something of a friend to Fowler Brown, so I made friends with him, too. A caller, sir. At this hour?
Now go and see who it is. And if it's Fowler Brown, show him in.
Very good, sir. Oh, good evening, sir.
Good evening. I'm looking for a lady whom I believe to be in residence here. I'm afraid I don't know her married name. She was Miss Joanna Weatherby.
Then you must be Mr. Rodney Fowler Brown.
Yes, I am. Has she mentioned me?
The master has, sir, frequently. Please come in.
Thank you.
This way, sir, if you please.
Oh, just a moment. I see you have a telephone in the hall. I've an important phone call to make that I completely forgot about. Seeing the telephone reminded me. May I?
The master said you were to be shown every courtesy, sir.
Oh, did he now? Good for him.
Yes?
Lester?
Yes. Is that you, Rodney?
It is. Now, Lester. Now. Thank you. Now, where's, my lady's husband?
Mr. Marmaduke Bracer, he's in the study. This way.
Thank you.
Mr. Rodney Fowler Brown, sir.
Come in, my dear fellow. Come in.
Well, will you require anything more of me, sir?
No, Benji. Now, I'll show Mr. Fowler Brown out.
Very good, sir. Good night, sir.
Good night, Benji. Grab a few.
Thank you. From what your butler said, you've been expecting me, Mr. Bray, I think he said.
That's right. My wife showed me your letter.
Do you consider it presumptuous of me?
It's unusual among Christians to barter women.
I don't think you understand, Mr. Bray. Jo was unattached when I met her.
She was married to me. That gives me a proprietary right.
She mentioned an experimental separation. If it didn't work out, I would ask you for her freedom.
It worked out.
I would like to hear that from Jo herself.
Sorry. You'll just have to take my word for it.
And if I consider your word not good enough?
Then we shall settle the matter like gentlemen.
And what precisely does that mean?
I shall punch you on the nose and sling you neck and crop into the street. Would you care for a drink?
Thank you. Scotch.
Excuse me. The cocktail cabinet's in the corner. What is it now, Benji?
I'm afraid I couldn't stop him, sir. He must have climbed in through the kitchen window. I was in the main bedroom turning down the counterpane when there he was ramming that pistol in my back. Well, we had a chat, but he was adamant about coming down here.
What does he want?
He seems confused about conflicting loyalty.
I'm going to be a man. Soon I'll have the respect of everyone, even my mother.
Why don't you put that thing back in your pocket, son?
Not until I've done what I've came to do.
And what did you come to do?
Kill!
There was no need to disarm the young Lester Dobson. After he'd fired the 2 shots, he threw the gun to the floor. It was Marmee who bent down and picked it up. The 2 shots had drilled one neat hole in Rodney Fowler Brown's head. And all because, at the exact minute Lester entered the main bedroom, he found Benjamin turning down the cover. It was Lester who Benjamin had made friends with when he was making his inquiries at the mental home. Lester, who thought it was Benjamin that his faithless friend Rodney had sent him to shoot. The insane youth was determined to kill somebody, so he turned his gun on Fowler Brown. Lester would never shoot a true friend.
Yes?
Dennis?
Yes. Is that you, Patsy?
Uh-huh. It finally happened. The Bowers are off for a week's leave to Weston-super-Mare at the crack of dawn tomorrow.
So, at last we're ready. You're quite sure that this of an amateur naturalist is serious this time?
Absolutely sure. Their train leaves from Walton Cross Station at 6:30.
Crackerjack. Now, all you have to do is to ring up an apiarist and we're in business. Do you know of one offhand?
Oh, no, darling, no, darling. We mustn't ring an apiarist. Bowers is a well-known naturalist, after all, and he might easily be known to anyone we telephone.
Good point. How do we get the bees out? You're not suggesting that I do the job.
Don't be silly, darling. But what you must do is ring a firm in the West End that specializes in odd sort of jobs and get them to fish out the bees. Got a pencil handy?
Yes, right here. Fire away.
The telephone number is Grosvenor 5995. The company is called Assignments Unlimited, and the address is 33 Half Moon Street.
No money for honey. Even as the man was speaking to me on the telephone, I was making a mental note to subcontract the job. It must have been Ned Benson's sudden arrival that put it out of my mind. Certainly, the outcome might have been dramatically different if I had subcontracted. All I could remember at the time was the man's preoccupation with the queen bee, that is. This entomological phenomenon had more importance for him than Sheba had for Solomon.
It's of paramount importance, Mr. Mason, that you find the queen. She's always at the back of the hive. Unless you dislodge her, all your efforts will have been to no avail. The bees will simply multiply all over again.
I understand that, Mr.
Barr. Professor Barr. You see, I've been given a week's unexpected leave. My wife and I are off in the morning to Weston-super-Mare for a bit of a break. I would like the bees removed before I get back. In fact, if you can do the job tomorrow, so much the better.
Well, I'll do my best, Professor. I'm not sure that I have an expert in my staff, but, well, you can rely on us to complete the task satisfactorily. I take it you'll want the swarm removed to another hive.
I'm not in the least bit concerned with what you do with the wretched things as long as they're gone before my return. But I emphasize that I must have the queen.
Dead or alive? Sounds like a tribal war in darkest Africa.
It's no laughing matter, Mr. Mason. I've been plagued with these bees for months now. My wife won't let me go near them, and this week at the coast is heaven sent. I can sleep easily if I know they'll be gone when I return.
Oh, just leave everything to us, Professor Barr. Now I'll have them out of there first thing tomorrow morning.
Thank you. Well, I think that's all, Mr. Mason.
Well, you haven't given me the address, Professor.
Oh, of course. No wonder they say professors are absent-minded, eh? It's number 24, River Lee Cottages, Freezy Water, Hertfordshire. You got that?
Oh, we'll find it easily.
It's on the Green Line bus route, actually.
Oh, I know the area well, Professor.
Well, that's all, I think. Don't forget the Queen, will you?
I won't.
Well, goodbye.
Have a nice holiday, Professor. Goodbye.
Yeah, well, that sounded like a summary dismissal. Was it a client?
Yes, Benson, a professor of entomology. Bees.
So that's why you told him to buzz off.
Oh, easy on the puns, Benson. I got a sting in my tail, too.
And your client's got a bee in his bonnet, What gives?
Well, he's got bees in his cottage roof, and while he's on holiday, he wants us to remove them. Know anything about bees?
No, I'm strictly a boy for two-legged honeys.
Oh, I should have known better than to ask. Ned Benson, the glamour puss of Assignments Unlimited.
Now, wait a minute, Chief, please.
Hi, Ned. Hi, Chief.
Oh, hello, Jill. How'd it go?
Oh, dead easy. I drove the old boy to the Queen Mary, and using my delectable charms, got him on board the Queen in half an hour.
See? Modesty, the female glamour puss of Assignments Unlimited.
Ooh, what's eating him?
Yeah, we also have our problem of the Queen. Not the Queen Mary, a lesser monarch, a Queen Bee.
Well, when I see a bee in this office, I eliminate it. Like that.
You sort of reckon we should spray him out, huh?
Why not? What's good for one is good for the whole family.
Don't you mean bad? Jill, we can kill those bees. It just isn't done. It's bad for the national economy. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if they aren't protected by the Royal Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals. Anyway, the chief said the owner is a professor of entomology. That means he'll have a bug about bugs, you know?
He sounded a very young professor. Oh, and he didn't mind in the least about the bees' welfare. Dead or alive with the Queen. It's all the same to him.
Oh, I can already hear the Newgate bell sounding its deathly toll.
Oh, look, honey, if you want to go and play Florence Nightingale to that swarm of bees, it's all right with me, but I stay right here. Either we heist that Queen Mother with DDT or I'm not going. Were you ever bitten by a bee?
No, but I was once stung by Pearly King. All right, handsome. Death to the winged insect. Freezer water, did you say? I'll get the car. You get the cans of aerosol insect spray. Here's where we begin Operation Extermination.
Look, we should have come at night. Those things are active in the daylight. Look at the way they fly in and out of the hole there.
The poison spray works just as well whether they're awake or asleep.
The point is, at night, they're all inside the hive. In the daytime, they're flying around in the air. I can't kill them one at a time. We haven't got 10,000 squirts in this thing.
I don't expect you to kill them as though you were on a clay pigeon shoot. Walk right up to the hive and shoot the works down the hole.
First, I'm going to buy myself a mosquito net.
Oh, don't tell me you're chicken.
No, not chicken exactly. I feel like a Nazi pilot over London and after Britain. Those flying lancers look very determined to me.
Excuse me. Were you looking for Professor Bauer? I'm afraid he's gone away.
No, ma'am. We're from Assignments Unlimited.
We were sent to eradicate the swarm of bees.
Yeah.
The professor rang up last night and asked us to come down.
Well, with homicidal tendencies.
Yes, that's right. I'm Jill Perkins, and this is Ned Benson.
Hi.
Oh, how nice to have someone new to talk to. It's very lonely here, you know. Oh, I'm Mrs. Cratchley. As you see, the cottage is semi-detached, and I live in the one next door. Can I offer you a nice cup of tea?
Well, after the extermination, we'd be grateful, ma'am.
Surely you're not going to harm the bees.
No, they won't feel a thing.
Of course not, Mrs. Cratchley. This is a new kind of spray that just stuns the creatures so that we can remove them to a place of safety.
What? Oh, I wondered. You see, the old professor so loves his bees. In fact, he loves all insects. They've been his life's work.
Did you say old Professor, Mrs. Cratchley?
Oh, was that rude of me? Oh, dear, and I'm not so young myself, am I?
Well, we've never met the professor. Our chief said he sounded young on the telephone.
Sounded young? Oh, goodness me, he would be amused. The professor's on the wrong side of 70 and suffers badly with his chest. That's why they've gone on holiday to the sea. They both much prefer it.
All right, so the chief needs an ear syringe. So what about the flying termites now?
These are not termites. Mrs. Cratchley, is there any way we might get at the bee's nest from inside the house?
Why, yes, I think so. If you got up into the attic, you should be able to reach the nest easily. I haven't been up there myself, of course, but I know the professor used the attic when he inspected the bees and took some of the honey. I have a key to the cottage if you'd like to go in.
Oh, that's very kind of you, Mrs. Cratchley. It'll make our job so much easier. Are you sure it's no trouble?
Oh, no trouble at all. You get everything ready in the meantime. I won't be a moment.
Now, look, honey, what's all this mercy, airlift, jazzmaroo? You know, fine, we're going to exterminate the bees.
It was a little white lie, Ned. Might have upset the old lady if she thought we were going to kill them.
Well, she's going to find out soon enough.
Not necessarily. The chief can explain what happened in a note when he sends off the bill to the professor. He didn't keep up the appearance. Funny about him, Ned. The chief said he was young and couldn't care less about the insect world. Mrs. Cratchley says the opposite.
Look, the chief only heard this old guy on the phone. Why make a big drama about it? Let's go and gas the sugar factory and go home, please.
Cratchley's coming.
I've got the key. I believe the important member of the hive is the queen. Is that not so?
Yes, that's right.
And if you have the queen, you can start off a hive anywhere.
Anywhere that gives the bees cover and quiet. As a matter of fact, Professor Bauer was most emphatic about his queen. We must be quite sure to get her safely.
Oh, it's really quite exciting, isn't it? I never thought I'd see the day when I would enthuse over the life cycle of the mantis. But since I've met the professor, he's opened up a whole new world to me. Well, now let's open the door, shall we? There we are. It's a loft more than an attic. The stairs lead right up from the hall here. Will you be long?
Not for very long.
Mrs. Cratchley, this is a sort of new kind of gas. It's a sort of experiment. Like, I don't think under the circumstances you should stay here.
I'm not in the least bit worried, Miss Perkins.
Nevertheless, I think Ned is right. Nobody can ever be quite sure how bees will react.
Oh.
We'd both feel much easier in our own minds if you were safely inside your cottage.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
Oh, very well. I'll put the kettle on, and then you can come right over when you've finished. How's that?
Oh, just great.
Oh, I won't keep you then. As soon as you've finished.
Well, now you've gone and made me feel like a murderer. Come on.
How can you say that? Whoever could get murdered in this sleepy hollow?
Is that spray safe for humans?
Yes, and animals. Shall I empty some into the air?
Yeah, I'm mopping up operations for strays.
How can you mop up before the operation's begun?
Look, so far in this assignment, the cart's been before the horse all the way. Oh, there's the hole. Yeah, it's better from the inside. Watch it. If they go crazy, make a run for the trapdoor and jump through, all right?
All right. Ned,
What is it?
I'm scared.
Oh, this is a great time to go feminine on me. Oh, you'll be all right. Hand me that spray.
Here.
Thanks. Well, here goes. I keep your fingers crossed. Well, it worked. Well, you know, let's have a look around here. See over here, Jill. This is where the professor took his honey. Now, where did you say the queen was enthroned?
Oh, along that little tunnel. Chief said the queen bee is the one furthest in, and that's the furthest in.
All right, I'll put my hand down and see if I can feel her. I just hope all the guards are kaput. Hey, Jill, there's something in here.
What?
I don't know. I'm going to pull it out so we can have a look at it. It's a skull. A human skull.
Is it old?
No, it's not old. Look at the cranium. It's been crushed in by a blow.
Oh, no.
Jill, this guy, whoever he was murdered.
Inspector Percy Margot was a kindly-looking man. He asked his questions with an apologetic air and seemed almost embarrassed that murder should be committed in the metropolitan area. But, well, this was merely a pose. Margot of the murder squad was a ruthless and painstaking investigator with a hide of leather and a will of steel. He used the cottage with its grim relic as his base for operations, smiling benignly on Mrs. Cratchley, who, bubbling over with excitement, relished the discovery of the cottage's ghastly secret. She ploughed stoically to and from her kitchen, plying the inspector with an endless river of piping hot tea. He'd been there for 2 days before he sent for me.
Oh, sit down, Mr. Mason. Oh, don't be apprehensive. The murder wasn't committed in this cottage.
Do you know where it was committed?
Well, nothing is certain in this world. Well, almost nothing. One thing I can guarantee is a good cup of tea. What about it, Mrs. Cratchit?
In a minute, Inspector.
She means it. Can't bear to be away from the investigation for a minute. I could use her if she were 50 years younger. You know Bottomley, I believe?
Yes. He's a very close friend of mine, as a matter of fact.
He's on another case. Now, let's get down to business. An unknown person telephoned you on the night of the 24th and said he wanted you to remove a bee's nest from this cottage, huh?
Well, that's not entirely correct. He said he was Professor Bauer.
Will you describe his voice? For instance, did he sound like a professor?
Well, I'm not sure what a professor is supposed to sound like. Well, his voice was young, and for an entomologist, he displayed a singular disattachment for the insect world.
In fact, he told you to kill the bees.
Well, alive or dead. It was all the same to him.
You see, Professor Bauer is an old man with an harmonious attachment to all insects. If he thought you were going to kill his bees, he might easily contemplate killing you. But it wasn't Professor Bauer who phoned you. I've been in contact with him, and I've told him to stay on holiday.
Well, if not him, then whom?
The person who wanted you to find the skull.
But why us? How long had the skull been there?
Just over a year. And to answer your other question, I think I know why the person rang you. Professor Bauer is a well-known entomologist. Now, if this person had telephoned an apiarist, he might have accidentally hit upon a friend of the professor, and that might have started inquiries and scotched the whole deal.
You mean an apiarist might know the professor's voice on the phone?
That, or he might wish to see the professor personally. Didn't it strike you as odd that a man of Bauer's experience and reputation should ask anyone to remove a swarm of bees for him? A task he must have performed himself 1,000 or more times.
Well, as a matter of fact, it did. The man himself explained that away without my asking him. He said he couldn't stand the things, but, well, was forced to tolerate them because of his wife.
An insect expert who didn't like bees?
Yes. Well, I've met point-duty policemen who can't stand pedestrians. I've yet to find a physician who's friendly with the microbes he fights.
Touche. But you have your answer as to why you were put on the job.
Well, not entirely, Inspector. You said the man who phoned was the person who wanted us to find the skull. If this person knew of the existence of a murdered man's skull in the wall of the cottage, why didn't he simply ring the police?
He wanted the discovery to look like an accident.
I'm still in the dark. Obviously, it couldn't be the murderer who telephoned, but it could have been an accomplice who, for some reason, wished to double-cross his erstwhile colleague.
Or the murderer's wife, Mr. Mason.
Yes, the wife. Well, that would add up. She wished to see justice done, but couldn't bring herself to inform the police. Yeah, but wait a minute. It was a man who rang.
Yes.
He was so emphatic about that queen bee, he must have known the skull was there. He must have known all about it, everything. So that discounts the wife's theory.
No.
No?
It's unfair getting you to theorize. I have the advantage of you. I know the identity of the murdered man.
Already?
Oh, I knew who he was 2 days ago. Now, if you go over there in the corner and sit very quietly with Mrs. Cratchley's cup of tea, you can listen to a conversation I'm about to have with a certain young lady. And then you can tell me what you make of it, all right?
That's jolly nice of you, Inspector.
Bottomley is my senior at the yard.
Inspector Margot, if I'd committed a murder, I'd hate to have you on my track.
Well, apart from gang murders that I don't give a fig for anyway, I always get my man. Or woman. Oh, come in, Mrs. Lager.
Oh, thank you, Inspector.
This way, Mrs. Lager. Do have a chair.
Oh, thank you. Do you mind awfully if I smoke? This has been a bit of a shock.
Please do. I take it then that Sergeant Wells filled you in on the details of the case on the way down here.
Yes, he did. There's no doubt about it. I mean, it really is Uncle Benjamin.
I'm afraid so.
Oh, how ghastly.
You have my deepest sympathy, Mrs. Laker.
You're very kind, Inspector.
Now, I'd like you to fill in a few details for me, if you will.
Anything I can do, Inspector, anything.
Can you recall the circumstances of your uncle's death?
It was over a year ago.
I mean, just a general outline.
Oh. Well, Uncle Benjamin was the adventurous one in the family. He was addicted to skin diving, often swam in heavy seas.
Yes?
Well, he just disappeared one day without trace. 2 months later, his remains were washed up on the beach near Torquay. That's about it, Inspector.
His remains were easily identified, Mrs. Laker, despite the fact that the head was missing.
Yes.
At the inquest, a verdict was brought in of death by misadventure, but now we know otherwise. The head was removed because, had it still been attached to the body, it would have been obvious to anybody that your Uncle Benjamin was bludgeoned to death with a blunt instrument. In short, he was brutally murdered, decapitated, and then thrown into the sea.
Please, Inspector.
Yes, I do go on a bit, don't I? I'm sorry. Anyway, we have the head now. It was found in this cottage. Who was the owner of this cottage, by the way, at the time of your uncle's death?
We were. I mean, my husband was the owner.
Oh, yes. And of course, your husband is in South America at the moment.
On business. I'm sure that if he comes back, he can explain.
If he comes back? Oh, Mrs. Laker, we have extradition facilities with the Brazilian government. He'll be back if we want him. Your Uncle Benjamin was a pretty rich man.
Yes. Peter, my husband, inherited everything.
Is that when you sold this cottage?
Yes, we could afford something, well, bigger. Peter likes Kent much more than Hertfordshire anyway.
Do you have any children, Mrs. Laker?
No. Why do you ask?
For no particular reason. You realize that things look pretty bad for your husband.
Well, yes, I suppose they do. Does Peter know what you found out about Uncle Benjamin?
Only if he's read the English newspapers in Brazil. I haven't been in touch with him, if that's what you mean. How well do you know Mr. Dennis Mosley?
Quite well.
For how long have you known him?
Oh, for about 2 years.
July the 18th last year. That would make it 17 months. You met on that date at the Kit Kat Club.
If you knew, then why did you ask me?
Talking bends my memory. Well, that's all, Mrs. Laker. Thank you so much for coming. Hope you have a pleasant trip back to, Kent, wasn't it?
Yes. You won't want me again for anything, Inspector?
No, Mrs. Laker. I shan't want you for anything more. Good day.
Goodbye, Inspector.
For the life of me, I can't see why you asked half of those questions. Well, you obviously knew where you're going.
Oh, yes. Interesting woman, isn't she? Beautiful. Too beautiful for her own good.
Do you think she knew all the time? I mean, she helped her husband to murder their uncle?
Peter Laker's a quiet, studious sort of fellow. Museums and things. That's what he's doing in South America. Studying the dietetic habits of the upper Amazonian jivaros. But there remains one pebble on the beach that we haven't kicked yet. It happens to be the most important one. At least, the one who's the reason for you being here.
Me?
You're not here entirely because Bottomley is my senior. Now, grab that telephone. I've had these installed especially, and they're linked up to the cottage next door. Mrs. Cratchley is my assistant. I'm going to talk to someone. Now, you listen on the other phone, and wrap your handkerchief round the mouthpiece. I don't want him to hear that you are listening.
Yes, Inspector?
Put Mr. Dennis Mosley on the line, will you, Mrs. Cratchley?
Oh, yes. Here he is, Inspector.
Hello?
Inspector Margot here, Mr. Mosley. How does one get to your cottage in Kent?
But you must be mistaken, Inspector. I have no cottage in Kent. In fact, I haven't got a cottage anywhere.
What?
I must be barking up the wrong tree. I'm so sorry. Well, Mr. Mason?
Oh, well, it's him, of course, the same voice. I swear in court that it's the same man who spoke to me at 33 Hartmont Street.
It wouldn't stand up as evidence in court, you know. But we don't need the evidence now, do we?
You knew the identity of the murderer all along, didn't you?
Within 2 hours. But you know now, don't you?
Yes, oh yes, I know now. Peter Laker was quite innocent of the killing. His wife and her lover, Dennis Mosley, planned it and executed it, and very nearly got away with it. They knew that Peter Laker was the sole beneficiary to Uncle Benjamin's will, just as his wife, Patricia, was the sole beneficiary under the terms of Peter's own will. They murdered Uncle Benjamin, decapitated him, and hid the head in the wall of the cottage. Dennis planted a bee swarm in the hole for 2 reasons. The first was that the angry little insects would act as guardians of the skull. And secondly, once Peter had inherited the money from Uncle Benjamin's will, he was certain to sell the cottage and move to Kent. The purchaser of the cottage would be certain to have the bees removed, and in so doing would discover the skull. Peter Laker would be duly tried and convicted of first-degree murder. Patricia Laker would inherit the money, and she and her boyfriend could live happily ever after. But unfortunately, the cottage was purchased by a professor of entomology, who loved the bees, and had no intention of disturbing them in any way. So Mosley and Patricia Laker had to wait until the professor vacated the cottage, and then get someone to clear away the bees and, well, accidentally discover the skull. But it didn't work out quite so well as that, did it?
Well done, Mabel. Too good for me, I'm afraid.
Never say die, Danny. The gods may be kind to you.
Fair enough. A faint heart never won a fair lady.
Excuse me, Mom. This message just came for you. It's marked urgent.
Oh, thank you.
Is it urgent?
Yes. Excuse me a moment, Danny. I must make a telephone call.
Yes, of course.
What's
Yeah, let me come! Let me come! It's too late, sir. The telephone must have been booby-trapped.
Listen, you brought her a message. What was it?
I don't know, sir. It was written on a piece of paper. Look, sir, it's still clutched in her hand.
Yes, I see it. Get it, will you?
Here it is, sir.
What does it say?
It says, Dear Poppers, please most urgently ring Grosvenor 5995 or call at 33 Half Moon Street.
The receiver of death. The grim-faced Inspector Bottomley who sat opposite me in my office. A woman had been brutally murdered, and the only clue led directly to my office. I was somehow very glad that the inspector was a personal friend of mine.
I've obtained this picture of the victim under happier circumstances. Here it is. You might look at it, Aubrey, and tell me if you know her.
No, Inspector. I've never set eyes on her before.
There's no doubt she was murdered, and by someone who knew her movements pretty thoroughly. At that time of the day, only this Danny Rushton fellow and herself were in the Ten-Pin bowling alley. The telephone was booby-trapped, and since messages are always delivered by hand, it only needed such a message to send her on her last walk to a violent death.
No, it's fiendish. Did you find out where the message came from?
Yes, it was phoned in by a man. That's all we know so far. At the moment, I'm checking the movements of everyone who used the club this morning. But what puzzles me is how the phone was booby-trapped in the first place. Had it been done haphazardly, it could have killed anyone. So whoever did it knew that she'd be alone with Danny Rushton.
Who's he?
He's a glib young layabout who preys on rich and lonely women. Mabel Cornelius was her name. Australian. Very rich and lonely in England.
Well, the Australian bit would account for a rich woman being inside a bowling alley.
Yes. Is it a popular sport with all levels of society in Australia? Has anyone telephoned you in the past few days intimating that you might be telephoned or visited by a rich Australian woman?
Absolutely nothing. But since we handled almost any kind of assignment, well, she may have been recommended to us by anyone for any sort of job.
Yes, it's the recommendation that I'm interested in. She could only have been recommended by one of your old clients. Well, I won't keep you any longer, Aubrey. If anything turns up, I know you'll ring me at once. This is a particularly obnoxious crime. I shan't rest until I have the culprit. Goodbye, Aubrey.
Cheerio. Good hunting.
Yes, sir?
Come in a minute, will you, Miss Fairweather?
Yes, sir.
Oh, by the way, are the evening papers out yet?
No, not yet, sir.
All right. Bring your notebook.
I put the phone through to here, Mr. Mason.
Good. Miss Fairweather, a potential client tried to ring us this morning, and she was brutally murdered.
Good heavens, sir. How?
You'll be able to read all about it in this evening's paper when it comes out. She was recommended to us by a person or persons unknown. A slip of paper was in her hand, and, well, it had our telephone number and address written on it. Assignments Unlimited?
Good afternoon. Mr. Aubrey Mason?
Speaking.
Oh, hello. I don't suppose you remember me. Manning Redvers is the name, Taunton Yacht Club. One of your men did a little collection job for me a few months back.
Yes, Mr. Redvers, I do remember. How are you?
Oh, exceedingly well. I'm ringing on behalf of a friend of mine, actually. She wants a reliable man to collect a box for her and deliver it.
Well, that sounds quite straightforward, Mr. Redvers. What's the name of the party, and where must my man go to collect the package?
Well, I'd rather she rang in herself, actually. I was checking up that you could accommodate her before I finally put her on to you.
Oh, I understand. What's the lady's name, Mr. Redvers?
Cornelius. Mrs. Mabel Cornelius. Hello? Hello? Are you still there?
Yes, I'm still here.
I thought we'd been cut off. Did you get that?
Mr. Redvers, when did you last see Mrs. Cornelius?
When did I last see her, my dear chap? Why, she's here with me now at the yacht club.
But that's impossible, sir.
Look, have you taken leave of your senses, Mason?
I'm sorry, Mr. Redvers. I think you'll understand better when you read this evening's paper. Mrs. Cornelius, the lady you have with you, she is an Australian?
Of course. Do you know each other?
I'm sure it'll be of great interest for you to know that another Australian lady, another Mrs. Mabel Cornelius, was murdered this morning inside the Yellow Band Bowling Club.
Are you being serious, Mason?
I was never more serious in my life.
Great Scott, I must tell Mabel.
And I must tell Inspector Bottomley. Will you be at the club for a while, Mr. Redford?
Yes.
Might I suggest that you stay where you are until the inspector sees you? I'll telephone him and inform him of this development, all right?
With pleasure. Anything we can do to help. But first you'd better speak with Mrs. Cornelius. The matter she has in hand for you is of some urgency. Now, just hold on. Oh, here she is.
Hello? Is that Mr. Mason?
Yes, Mrs. Cornelius.
Manning tells me there's been a bit of trouble, but he didn't say what.
Oh, he'll give you the rough outline after you finish speaking to me, Mrs. Cornelius.
All right. I want you to collect a box for me and deliver it to my yacht. It's valuable, and it's locked away in the office of one of my warehouses, and I haven't got the key. I think you can get it for me?
If you tell me where.
Manning has said that you were reliable and could do a job with a minimum of fuss. It's Cornelius Warehouse on L Wharf at the St. Saviour Dock in Bermondsey. My yacht is also called the Cornelius, and she's tied up at Galleon's Point in North Woolwich. You think you can find it?
Well, I know London fairly well, Mrs. Cornelius. Yes, you can leave it to me.
Good. Be as quick as you can, and ring me here at the yacht club when you finish the job, all right?
Right.
Bye-bye.
What happened, Chief? Did our client come back to life again?
According to Inspector Bottomley, that would be impossible. Get him on the line, Miss Fairweather. I'm going to send him over to the Taunton Yacht Club and suggest that he takes a certain Danny Rushton with him. If there has been any reincarnation, Danny will know all about it.
Ever been here before, Danny?
Rather. But I promised myself that the last time would be the last time, if you know what I mean.
Not so welcome anymore at the Taunton Yacht Club, eh?
Well, a minor disagreement with the secretary.
Oh, that's typical of you gigolos. You border on the line of confidence tricksters and finally turn to real crime when all social outlets are barred to you. Well, you don't have to worry about this visit. It's official.
A fact for which I'm extremely grateful, Inspector.
In you go. I phoned ahead. Mr. Manning Redvers and Mrs. Mabel Cornelius are waiting for us in the anteroom.
David, sir, are you the gentleman from the police?
I am.
Go right through, sir. Second door on the right.
Thank you. Come on, Rushton.
Inspector Bottomley?
Yes. You must be Mr. Manning Redvers.
That's right. May I introduce Mrs. Mabel Cornelius?
How do you do, Inspector? And who's this young man?
A witness, Mr. Danny Rushton.
The man who was with that woman in the bowling alley? Oh, I'd like to ask him a few questions.
No. Don't get upset, Poppers, dear. The inspector will sort it all out. Here, now, you take a chair and I'll fix a drink. Oh, do sit down, Inspector, and you too, Rushton.
I'm afraid this is a personal question, Mr. Redvers. Did I hear you refer to Mrs. Cornelius as Poppers?
Oh, yes, a nickname I have for her. Is that of any significance?
It could be. Where did you meet this woman calling herself Mrs. Cornelius, Rushton?
At the Woolly Lamb in Shepherd's Market 3 nights ago. I was her constant companion after that.
Where did she stay?
She had a flat at 87 Woodside Grove in the West End.
Mr. Redvers, do you know the Yellow Band Bowling Club?
No, I am not a bowling enthusiast.
Someone rang the club this morning when only Danny Rushton here and the woman calling herself Mrs. Mabel Cornelius were playing. They left an urgent message for her to telephone an organization known as Assignments Unlimited.
Oh, yes, I know the company very well. Aubrey Mason, yes, capital fellow.
Do you know the telephone number?
Yes, I think I can remember it. Grosvenor 5995. Why?
The message left this morning at the Yellow Band Bowling Club. The message that sent this unknown lady to her death read thus. Dear Poppers, please phone most urgently Grosvenor 5995 or call at 33 Half Moon Street.
Really? Have you spoken to Mason about this?
Yes.
And now the light begins to dawn. That's why Mason knew all about the bogus Mrs. Cornelius when I telephoned him.
What interests me most, Mr. Redvers, is who was the bogus Mrs. Cornelius, and what motive could she have for assuming your friend's identity?
It's a puzzler, isn't it? But then I've heard that confidence tricksters often assume the names of famous people.
Would you consider yourself famous, Mrs. Cornelius?
Well, I really hadn't thought about it. Wealthy, yes. Famous? It's a moot point. You say the message was to ring this Assignments Unlimited place. But that's a coincidence, isn't it?
To ring urgently. It had to be urgently, because she might have been in no particular hurry to get in touch with Mason, in which case the booby trap would have misfired, would need to have been dismantled, unless the murderer was prepared to let some completely innocent person die for no reason at all. Come in.
There's a call for you, Inspector. The secretary said I was to ask you if you want to take it now, sir.
Who's it from, do you know?
Mr. Aubrey Mason, sir.
I'll take it.
Just let the receiver, sir, and you'll go right through.
Thank you. Hello. Bottomley here.
Hello, Inspector. Just checking up that everything's all right.
No, everything's just fine, Mason.
Is Mrs. Cornelius genuine?
She seems to be. I'm having a powwow with them all now.
Oh, then I'll take up no more of your time and leave you to your mystery, if it still is a mystery.
Oh, it's that, all right. More of a mystery than ever. I'll see you at the club a little later on, perhaps, Aubrey.
Oh, quite a bit later. I have an important job to complete first.
All right. Thanks for ringing. Goodbye.
Bye.
Now, Mr. Redvers, Mrs. Cornelius, and you, Danny Rushton, what we have to determine is who sent that urgent message to the Yellow Band Club. It must have been someone you know, Mrs. Cornelius, and you, Mr. Redvers.
Oh, how do you work that out?
The message. It begins, Dear Poppers, and only you call Mrs. Cornelius Poppers, Mr. Redvers. Now, for the sake of argument, let's assume that you didn't ring the Yellow Band Club. It means that whoever rang thought he was leaving a message for the genuine Mrs. Cornelius from you. Interesting, isn't it?
Was the unknown woman killed by mistake? Was the booby-trap telephone intended for the real Mrs. Cornelius? It seemed inconceivable that the killer, having laid his plans so carefully, even to the detail of knowing Mr. Redvers' pet name for her, should mix up the two women. On Danny Rushton's evidence, they bore no physical resemblance at all. Add to this the testimony of the Mrs. Cornelius at the Taunton Yacht Club that she never went to bowling alleys, and it became increasingly clear that Inspector Bottomley was confronted with a baffling mystery. Certainly the murder had been committed by a complete fool or a soul endowed with fiendish genius. These thoughts ran through my mind as Penny Fairweather and I drove quietly to the warehouse at St. Saviour's Dock in Bermondsey.
Penny for your thoughts, Chief.
What?
You're immersed in deep cogitation, Chief. Brown study. Your brow is deep furrowed with concentration. In short, there's something on your mind. I'll settle for nothing less than a curry chicken at Vereshwami's, washed down with a quart of iced bubbly.
Done.
Oh, there's a sign that says St. Saviour's Dock on the left.
Good girl. I think I'll park here and we can walk the rest. The less conspicuous we are, the better.
Oh, but why, Chief? We're on legitimate business.
I explained that Mrs. Cornelius had lost the key to her office. I omitted to get a written chit from her authorizing us to break into the place. If we're seen and arrested, we'll have to spend the best part of 3 hours in the lockup while they get hold of Mrs. Cornelius to verify our story. And that means no curry chicken at Vereshwami's.
You've convinced me. Well, park under that lamp. It's not working.
According to my map in the office, Cornelius' warehouse is along this way. Come on.
Oh, crumbs. Suddenly I don't feel quite so happy about this job.
I think it must be the office. The stairs lead up the back. Yes, see, yeah.
Yes.
Would you rather stay down here?
Not on your life. That burglar might just be hiding in the shadows, ready to pounce on me.
Oh, you read too many penny dreadfuls. We don't even know if there has been an intruder yet. Come on, follow me.
It's open.
Anybody here? No, it's empty, Penny. Come in and shut the door.
Oh, nobody here. But she said that place was locked.
It was. Look at the lock. It's been forced. That's why the door wouldn't fasten again.
Chief, Do you think the visitor was the murderer?
Possibly.
Oh, crumbs.
Yes, stop saying, oh, crumbs. Well, I don't see a box anywhere, do you?
Well, come to think of it, the information Mrs. Cornelius gave us was a bit scanty. What's the box supposed to contain, anyway?
I don't know. Well, there's nothing here that I can see. Unless it's in the safe. Well, let's try that. No, it's no good. It's shut fast.
Can you force it, Chief?
I'm afraid not, Penny. It's a modern make and it has a combination lock. I could get the combination from Mrs. Cornelius at the Taunton Club, of course.
Well, do you know the number? I'll give her a ring.
Hang on. There's a telephone directory here. Wait a minute. Here we are. Taunton. Here we are. Taunton Yacht Club. I'll underline it with a pencil for you.
Oh, thanks. I'll only be a minute. Shall I say you want to speak to her?
No, Penny. No, Penny, don't touch that phone.
Chief, what's the matter with you?
Oh, thank heavens you didn't touch it. Well, that was close.
Oh, what on earth's the matter with it?
Look what I found on the desk. A pencil note. Read it.
Dear Poppers, the moment you get in, ring Grosvenor 5995. It's the number of Assignments Unlimited and the man, Aubrey Mason, I told you about. Well, Chief, it refers to you. Oh, what's it all about? I don't understand.
The last time someone got that message, it was the last thing they ever did read. Look, Penny, hand me that parcel string on the other desk. Thanks. Now, I'll tie one end of the string to the receiver.
Be careful, Chief.
Oh, you don't have to tell me. Now, Penny, we'll carefully unroll the string towards the door.
Oh, sorry, Chief.
Your nerves aren't very good. Open the door. Now, we'll go down the stairs as fast as we can. Well, that's as far as we can go. Well, like to find out what would have happened if you picked up the telephone in that office up there?
Well, I'd have got the dialing tone.
Perhaps. Anyway, here's your chance to make sure. Pull the string. Go on, pull.
All right. There.
Come in.
Excuse me, Inspector. A gentleman would like to speak to you on the other line in the office. He wouldn't give his name, but he said it was urgent.
Yes, I'll come now. Excuse me, ma'am. Gentlemen.
Well, how long do we have to stay here, Inspector?
Not much longer.
Thank heavens for that. I've got a headache.
I'll deal with this caller, and then I think we can all go home. Where's the office?
This way, sir.
Thank you. Hello, Inspector Bottomley.
Mason here, Inspector.
Aubrey. Why all the secrecy?
I didn't want the others to know I was phoning you. Another telephone has been booby-tapped.
What? Who is it this time?
No, it's all right. Nobody's hurt, luckily. It was intended for the same person.
Mrs. Cornelius?
Right. There was another note, this time in the murderer's own handwriting.
Have you got it?
Yes. It was addressed to the same nickname, Poppers.
Look, Aubrey, drop whatever you're doing. Get round here as fast as you can. Tell the lad on the entrance to the club to summon me to the office. I'm speaking to you from there now. I'll gen him up. Whatever you do, don't lose that note. All right?
I'll leave it to me. Oh, I've got Miss Fairweather, my secretary, with me. Is it all right if she comes too?
Fine, keep me away.
No, that'll be perfectly all right, Aubrey. Get here as soon as you can.
Roger.
God, it's exciting, isn't it, sir?
Like to be a policeman on the murder squad, sir?
Well, you bet, Inspector.
Oh, here's your chance to learn.
I know. When that man arrives, I'm to show him into the office and tip you the wink. I heard it all, Inspector.
Did you know?
That's what a good cop always does, isn't it, sir?
Eavesdropping where a policeman is concerned is laudable. With a page boy, it's impertinent. Send for me right away. My apologies to you all. It was merely a routine call. By the way, Mr. Redvers, I think we shall be here a short while longer. The secretary asks if you would send him a note for anything you might want from the bar.
Oh, yes, that's rather a good idea. And how about you, Inspector?
Oh, thank you. I'd like a bottle of beer and a glass of lemonade. Would you like to borrow my pencil and notebook? You can write down the order on that.
Oh, thank you. Oh, and what about you, my dear? Something?
So you made it, Aubrey. Good show. Have you got that note?
Yes, here it is.
The man who calls Mrs. Cornelius Poppers is Manning Redvers. Now, I bluffed him into writing out a list of drinks. A list I retrieved from the page boy. Now we can compare the handwriting on the note with this on the drink slip. Oh.
Not the same.
Not the slightest resemblance.
Resemblance? That's it, resemblance.
Thought of something, old boy?
May I go inside and talk to your little trio, Inspector?
Well, if you think it'll help.
I know it'll help. Come on.
Well, it isn't Aubrey Mason. Good evening.
Oh, so you're Aubrey Mason, are you? Did you complete that job I asked you to do for me?
I wasn't able to. Unfortunately, the place had been broken into.
What? Burkhardt?
Perhaps. Of course, I didn't have the combination to the safe. And that's one reason why I came here, to get the combination. You do remember it offhand, I'm sure. Well, do you?
You know, it escapes me for the moment. This evening's been so...
Oh, it doesn't really matter. What is important is Danny Rushton's home address for the indemnification certificate. We always take out such a certificate when our clients are embroiled with the law. Oh, even if they're only witnesses. Write it down there, will you, Danny?
Do as he says, Danny. It's quite legal.
All right. There you are.
Thank you. How interesting. Now,
What the blazes are you doing with that pistol, Mason?
I never take chances when in the company of a cold-blooded killer. You see, I know who murdered the woman in the bowling alley club. The box that was stolen from Mrs. Mabel Cornelius' office contained private papers revealing the existence of a sister who bore a strong resemblance to her. The box was stolen by Danny Rushton. Why? As a guarantee that his partners in crime wouldn't double-cross him. You see, the woman who was murdered was the real Mrs. Cornelius, and the phone was booby-trapped by Danny. He reasoned that if she didn't phone immediately from the bowling alley, she would the moment she arrived at her office. Danny wrote the notes using Manny Redford's pet name for her. Once the bowling alley murder was listed as murder of person unknown, by person or persons unknown, Mabel Cornelius' sister would have taken over the reins of the shipping fortune, ably assisted by Manning Redfords and Danny Rushton. Manning Redfords never did reveal what the real Mrs. Cornelius wanted us for. Like the other two, he'll probably maintain a stoic silence for the next 15 years.
This doll coming round the corner looks as if she's, well-heeled, Leviticus.
Oh, very clever, Pad.
Why? What did I say?
You said she was well-heeled, and she's wearing a pair of stilettos about 6 inches high.
Oh, did I make some sort of gag, then?
Yeah, inadvertently, boy.
You knew?
Ah, easy, boy. Yeah, she's getting closer. I bet your leopard skin handbag's good for at least a tenner. Yeah, you trip up, Pad. I'll do the snatch, right?
You leave it to me. I'll trip up, and you snatch the handbag.
Yeah, you must have been inoculated with a gramophone needle. Yeah, quiet now.
Looking for trouble, boys?
Who are you?
My card. If you want a karate lesson, come round any time.
Oh, hold me back. Oh, I think it's broken. Here. Yeah, what does that card say?
It says, Tony Lane, assignments unlimited, 33 Half Moon Street.
The butcher who got the chop. John Hargreaves styled himself as a wholesale purveyor of high-class meat. He would have balked at the term butcher. But then, John Hargreaves' formative years had been spent on the playing fields of a public school, and not at the chopping block. The business was inherited from his father, an honest and ambitious man who preferred his son to wield a pen rather than a meat axe. On the sudden demise of Hargreaves Sr., the white-collar John and a young sister Jill inherited the business, which continued to prosper. Young Hargreaves was a handsome specimen, and not averse to an occasional affair in the city, but, so his acquaintances said, not the marrying kind. They never gave a reason for this observation on his character, but those closest to him were sometimes wont to remark that perhaps his hobby was not altogether conducive to marital bliss. John Hargreaves was a passionate disciple of Dr. Mesmer, a fact his subjects often never realized.
And how is my dear sister this evening?
Oh, tired as usual. I really don't know what makes me so lethargic these days, John. I never seem to have the energy to do anything.
You've seen the family doctor?
Yes, and he says there's absolutely nothing wrong with me, physically at any rate. But there must be some reason for this constant lethargy.
Are you in love, old dear?
Of course not, silly.
Silly? Well, people do fall in love, you know. And you're not bad looking, really. Good teeth, well built, good posture.
You're not at the livestock auctions now, you know.
Sorry, I suppose brothers do tend to look upon the good points of their sisters with a clinical eye. Have a drink.
I wonder if I will.
Come on, it'll buck you up. Martini or beer or something?
Oh, the usual, I think. Anything that's long and cool. I'm hot, droopy, and fagged out. Uh-oh. There I go again. What are you having?
Tomato juice. I've got a meeting tonight. What do you do with yourself all day?
Well, I meant to go shopping, but I didn't get any further than Lin Fu's Chinese restaurant. I met an old school friend there, and we chinwagged for so long. You know how these Chinese meals go on and on. It was too late. Why have you left it on the booze cabinet?
Oh, I'm sorry, Jill. I'll forget my head next. There we are. Hope it's all right for you. I'll give it a stir, shall I?
Looks fine.
No, come on. There we are.
Thanks.
Cheers.
Cheers.
All right?
Tastes a bit bitter. What is it?
Oh, just the usual dash in the glass, you know.
What about you today? Were there enough fatted calves to keep me in idle luxury?
That wasn't a very tactful remark.
No, I suppose it wasn't really. But you bring it on yourself, John. You resent my half of the inheritance so much that I subconsciously react to your antipathy. I don't mean anything by it, really, I don't. But Daddy must have had a reason for leaving you all the work and me half the money. The dear thing probably realized that I haven't got a brain in my head, while you're a natural-born butcher.
Am I? You must admit it's hardly a fair arrangement. I've actually improved the business since the pater died with my own ideas and industry. That means the more I work, the greater becomes your share for doing nothing. You should sell, Jill, you know.
Oh, you know I can't. It's not in the will. And please, don't let's fight tonight. Oh, suddenly I'm so weary I could die. I feel as though I'm about to fall asleep on the settee. Oh, John. John, I feel so sleepy.
Let me look at you. Look closely into my eyes. Now look deeply, Jill. Deeply. Deeply. Look through my eyes. Through. Come with me, Jill. Come with me. Come. Stand up. Stand up. Yes, that's right. Raise your hand, Jill. The right one. Yes. Turn around. Turn around. You're under, Jill, completely under until I wake you up. I've been drugging you, Jill, and that's why you're so tired all the time. It breaks down your resistance. I drugged you a drink just now, Jill. That's why it tasted bitter. But you won't remember any of this when you wake up, Jill. You won't remember anything. Your mind will be a blank. Sit down, Jill. Sit down. I want to talk to you. Yes. You are going to learn to swim, Jill. To learn to swim. You've always hated the water, but now you want to learn to swim. To swim. To swim. To swim.
There you are, Miss Hargreaves. It's as easy as that. Easy for you. Not so easy for me. I'll come over to the side. Water's lovely. Now it's your turn, Miss Hargreaves. Oh, not just yet. And please don't call me Miss Hargreaves. It sounds too awfully formal. I'm Jill. And I'm Tony. And we'd better be friends because I've a feeling that you're going to be here for a terribly long time. If I ever learn to swim. That, Jill Hargreaves, is a very snazzy piece of swimwear. It only just retains your modesty, but it's going to get wet right now. Mr. Mason said when I telephoned that giving swimming lessons wasn't strictly in your line. But I'm glad he sent you. Somehow you give me a confidence that an ordinary instructor wouldn't transmit. A regular swimming coach would think me an awful bore. Well, what made you ring Assignments Unlimited, by the way? Well, it was my brother, actually, John. I spoke to him about learning to swim, and he recommended your
Hello
firm.
there. Having fun?
Speak of the devil. Come on over, John. Meet my instructress. I say, he's rather good looking. Careful, he's dynamite. Married? Yes, to his business. If he ever marries, it'll be into money. Exit yours truly, Tony Lane.
Oh, how's it going, Jill? Can you swim yet?
Perfectly, as long as it's on land. Meet my instructress, Tony Lane. My big brother, John Hargreaves.
Yes.
Steady on, butcher boy. She's a karate expert.
It'll be a pleasure to come to grips with you, Tony.
Do you quite?
Oh, only in my beer, you know.
Judo quite.
No, I don't, but who'd want to win out in a wrestle with you, tell me?
Jill, your brother is a wolf, and it's time you got into the water.
Do you mean to say she hasn't even been in yet?
All in good time. She sat on the edge for 20 years. You can't expect a channel swimmer in 20 minutes. And anyway, she's only learning on impulse.
Well, I hope she doesn't jump in on impulse when nobody's here.
Now, why would she do a thing like that?
I don't know, but it's nutty enough, her suddenly wanting to swim anyway. I wondered how she'd explain it to an instructor.
Is that why you rang Assignments Unlimited?
Yes, that's right. Confidential and no questions asked.
He's afraid I'd make a fool of him. The family name, you know. Hargreaves and Son, purveyors of high-class meat.
I didn't hear you complain, darling.
My dear John Hargreaves, butchers never beef.
It's all stowed away, sir. The gear, I mean.
What? Oh, yes. Jill, I've taken on 2 temporary gardeners to fill the gap until Smithson and Wilkins get back from the coast. Both our gardeners went on holiday, Miss Lane. Inconvenient at the same time, but they both got this sudden urge to escape to the ozone. There wasn't anything I could do about it.
Well, it must be something in the air here.
Well, what must?
Everyone's suddenly getting urges to do things. I hope you won't think me impertinent, Mr. Hargreaves, but where did you uncover these 2 specimens?
They do rather look as if they've come out of the anthropological specimen bottle, don't they?
They're Runyonesque, to say the least.
So their names. Let me introduce you. This is Leviticus Levy and his partner Homer, known to his friends as the Pad.
Why the Pad, Mr. Homer?
Hey? What's that, miss?
It's modern slang, Miss Hargreaves. A place where you live is, it's called a pad amongst the Whiffit set. So his name being Homer, like, Home, Pad, get it?
Oh. A name like Homer would be more likely to get him the nickname of Pigeon.
Here, I ain't no pigeon.
Oh, on the other hand, Pad could be an abbreviation for foot pad.
I say, Miss Lane, they do look a bit rough, I'll admit, but they're here for honest labour, and I don't think it's right we should prejudge them. All right, you men, come with me. I'll see you later, girls. Do join us for a drink before you go, Miss Lane, will you?
Thank you. And mind your own flaming business, Miss Lane. Let's be honest, Tony, you asked for that one. Brother John's right. You can't judge people you've never met before. Never met before? Now, don't tell me you actually know Leviticus Levy and Homer the Pad. I made their acquaintance very briefly. Well, stop thinking about them now. Oh, I wasn't thinking about them. Sorry, Joe. Well, what were you thinking about then? John? My brother? His eyes, Joe. Have you ever looked deeply into his eyes? I find it hard to tear my gaze away. Your brother has remarkable eyes, Jill. Eyes full of mystery.
Look deeply into my eyes, Jill. Closely, closely. Look deeply, Jill. Deeply, deeply. Look through my eyes. Through. Come with me, Jill. Come with me. Yes. Answer me, Jill. Did you get into the water today?
Yes, John. I got into the water.
Did you lose your fear of the water, Jill?
I am not afraid when Tony is there.
If Tony is there, are you not afraid even in the deep end?
I am not afraid when Tony is there.
When Tony is there, will you jump in the deep end, Jill?
Yes, I will jump in the deep end if Tony is there.
Tony is there, Jill. Tony is there now, waiting for you, Jill.
Open the door to the garden, Jill. Tony is waiting at the deep end.
Tony, waiting.
Open the door. There. You see, Jill, there's a full moon. You can see the swimming pool, Jill. Go to the deep end. Tony is waiting. Go to the deep end and jump in.
Go to the deep end and jump in?
But you're not afraid if Tony is there, are you?
No, I am not afraid if Tony is there. Go to the deep end and jump in. Go to the deep end and jump in. Go to the deep...
Tony Lane had been with Assignments Unlimited for barely a year, but she'd learned in a tough school. It might have been pure coincidence that the two thugs who'd attacked her in Craddock Mews were now in the employ of John Hargreaves. It could be circumstantial that both hired men were away at the time Jill Hargreaves got her inexplicable urge to swim. It was sheer fancy that made her shudder at the thought of John Hargreaves' eyes. Whatever it was certainly responsible for her return to the Hargreaves home in the dead of night. Tony Lane might have been hard put to explain her actions. I could have told her it was instinct, a sixth sense born into anyone who leads a life of danger. The 10-foot gate in the massive wall that surrounded the gardens was no obstacle to Tony. She shinned easily over it and glided quickly through the shadows towards the swimming bath. The moon broke free from a scudding cloud and revealed a white, shrouded figure moving slowly across the lawn. Tony froze in her tracks. Then she saw who it was.
Go to the deep end and jump in. I am not afraid when Tony is there. Go to the deep end and jump in. I am not afraid when Tony is there.
Jill, it's me, Tony. What are you doing? Where are you going at this time of night? Jill!
I am not afraid if Tony is there. What? Deep end.
Jill, wake up. Wake up, I say!
Got to jump in the deep end.
What's the matter with you, Jill? Have you been drugged? Jill, you're walking in your sleep.
I am not afraid when Tony is there.
This is Tony. Can't you understand? Oh, I'm sorry, Jill, but I'll have to hit you again. Jill. Oh, I have to leave you now, Jill, just for a moment. But I'll be close by. Do you understand? Oh, you poor thing.
Yeah, it came from over there by the Springbok. Get your shotgun, pad, and come with me.
I'll be near, Jill. Remember? Tony will be near. The two thugs will look after you. I just have a feeling about it.
The deep end. Don't be afraid. Tony's here.
Yeah, Pad, someone's jumped in the pool. Do you hear the splash?
Well, of course I did. I ain't got claw fears. I can't swim either. Yeah, if we don't pull her out, she'll drown.
How do you know it's a she?
Yeah, I've got claw eyes as well, do you? Here, hold me coat.
What are you going to do then?
Ooh, flipping cold in here, mate. Here, grab her arms and lug her out.
Yeah, got her.
All right, and here.
Up you come. Easy, easy.
Yeah. Ooh. Well, don't leave her here to freeze to death. Chuck my coat over her.
Yeah, quite the lifesaver, ain't you? Yeah, you ought to wear a little red cap and carry a flag up and down Bondi Beach.
Do you reckon? Blimey.
Yeah, what's that now?
Look who it is.
Eh? Yeah, Miss Hargreaves.
She's passed out.
Now, what do you think she'd be doing going for a dip in the middle of the night, in a nightie? And what was she screaming at, I wonder? His nymphs must be out, or he'd have heard her. Yeah, did you hear the boss go out this evening?
No, I didn't. Yeah, Leviticus, don't you think we ought to get her up to the house? She'll catch her death.
Yeah, how are we going to get her in if the boss is out?
Same way she got out, I suppose.
You know, Pat, that water's cleared your brain up a bit. It's jogged your screw back in place. All right, mate, let's lift her up then.
Yeah. There might be an housekeeper or something in the house, you know.
Yeah, there's nobody. Only us. I asked the boss this morning. Aeneas, if he's not out, then he must sleep like a log.
Fancy a place like this with no dogs, no burglar alarms, no servants, and no new sleep like a log.
Yeah, something tells me, when we finish this job here, this joint's going to be revisited. All right, put it down here. Let's knock on the door, in case there's anybody in. Evening, Gov.
What on earth do you want at this time of night?
Whoa, didn't you hear the scream, Gov?
The scream?
Yeah.
Great Scott, who's that? Jill! Jill, she's soaking wet. Where'd you find her? What happened?
Well, she let out a yell. That's what woke us up. And then she jumped in the swimming pool.
Oh, I pulled her out.
Is she drowned?
She's all right. Just a bit wet. She's passed out.
All right. Well, you can leave her with me, and, Levy, not a word about this, you understand?
We won't talk to nobody, Gov. We know when we're going to be looked after.
You will be. No, not a word. Especially to Miss Tony Lane when she comes tomorrow. As far as you're concerned, this never happened.
Oh, it's wonderful in the sun, Tony. I like to feel the sun burning into me. It's as though my bones had been chilled in one of John's meat freezers and the sun is thawing me out.
Have you seen John this morning?
Yes, at breakfast.
Jill, where did the other two gardeners go for their holiday?
Smithson and Wilkins? Southend on Sea, I think they said. Wilkins has some sort of relation living there. Why do you ask?
I have a reason. Why don't you have a housekeeper?
We have, but she's on holiday.
Where?
In the Lake District. Tony, what's got into you? Why on earth are you asking all these questions?
The Lake District.
Tony Lane, have you taken leave of your senses?
Not yet, but I'm pretty sure that you've taken temporary leave of yours at odd times. And you don't know a thing about it.
Are you being deliberately rude?
I'm not being rude at all, Jill. Please believe me. If I told you that last night you walked in your sleep towards this very pool, dressed in your nightgown, and that you jumped in the deep end, what would you say?
That either you're as nutty as a fruitcake, or I'm in another world. Because if I had done that, I'd be as dead drowned as a cat in a sack. Oh, there's John off to work.
Well, thank heaven for that.
He disturbs you, my brother, doesn't he?
Yes. It's his eyes.
His eyes?
Oh, never mind. You were pulled out of that pool last night by Levy and Homer, the two new men. You screamed before you jumped, and that woke them up. They pulled you out and took you to your brother, who said he hadn't heard a thing. You were unconscious. Your brother told them not to say anything about it. Especially to me.
Now I know you're mad. You haven't seen Levy and Homer this morning. In fact, you haven't seen anyone at all except me. If that did happen, how could you possibly know about it?
I came back last night to keep an eye on you.
Are you trying to tell me that you saw all this happen?
If Levy and Homer confirm what I say, then I must be telling the truth. Not so?
But it means... Well, if what you say should be true, then my own brother must wield some unnatural power over me. A sort of mesmeric influence.
Yes.
But that's horrible.
The two of them are working on the flower bed. Shall I call them over?
Tony!
Can't you see, Jill? You've got to find out how this fanatical desire to swim has suddenly so completely absorbed you.
Yes. Yes, I do see. But you said that my brother had told them not to say a word. If that's so, then they'll keep quiet.
I think not. Have I your permission to try?
Well, all right.
Levy! Homer! Come over here!
Yes, miss?
But what'll you say to them?
You'll see. Now be brave, Jill. I know how horrible it is for you, and I know how much worse it will be. But it's something that has to be done.
You called, miss?
Yes, Leviticus. I want you, in your own words, to tell Miss Hargreaves exactly what happened last night at this swimming pool.
Last night, miss? I don't know what you mean.
Oh, yes, you do. You and the pad.
Oh, we done nothing.
Well, let me jog your memory about another incident that happened in Craddock News.
Craddock News?
I was walking along the News with a leopard skin handbag, and you two lugs tried to snatch it. Remember what happened to you?
Blimey, it's you. Yeah, Pat, I told you we'd seen her somewhere before.
Now, you either tell the truth about last night, or I'll break both your arms and legs.
All right. boss told us to keep quiet. Well, you jumped into the pool, miss, and we fished you out.
I don't want to hear any more. Tony, the housekeeper, Smithson and Wilkins. Yes, I know. They've gone to the seaside, and she's gone to the Lake District. Come on, Jill. We can only pray that we're not too late.
As it turned out, the girls need not have panicked. The two gardeners and the housekeeper were enjoying their holidays quite normally, and had never at any time been under the mesmeric influence of John Hargreaves. He merely wanted them all out of the way while he used his tricks on his sister. Tony Lane was quite wrong, though. John Hargreaves had no intention of harming Jill in any way. In fact, she had been rehearsed to scream before she jumped, so that the two layabouts, Lily and Homer, would have plenty of time to be alerted and to rescue her. Hargreaves himself was standing by in case of accident. He wished his sister no harm, but he figured that if he could convince her that she was constantly prey to mental aberration, she might give him power of attorney of her share of the business. Well, all is forgiven now, and John Hargreaves has given up his books on Dr. Mesmer. He's learning karate instead.
Don't look now, but Heaven has just entered the side entrance by the gents' hat stand.
I know. I saw him first.
It would be unladylike to call you a liar, so I'll restrict myself to a simple phooey. And anyway, we can only have escorts that our husbands approve of. That gorgeous hunk of masculinity makes Rock Hudson look like Frankenstein. So, what chance do you think you'll have, Meg, darling?
Are you insinuating that my husband's jealous?
Yes.
You're right.
Then I suggest that you forget all about him and leave him to me.
You're wrong. I happen to know that fabulous man works for an offbeat company that specializes in doing odd jobs of this nature.
Gigolos?
Oh, well, they're rough and tough, but it makes the escort in this case sort of official. So my dear spouse, Sammy Brodie, will, I'm sure, have no objections to that man being my partner at the opera, especially since he'll charge a fee.
Are there any more like him in this company?
Of course.
Well, tell me quick, where is it?
An office on 33 Half Moon Street.
Sammy Brodie's magnum opus. Clients don't often arrive without a previous telephone call, and, well, I wondered if Mrs. Brodie wasn't perhaps an old client whose name had eluded me for the moment. However, when she was ushered in, I was quite sure I'd never seen her before. She was what Sam Goldwyn must dream about when his nights are peaceful. A tall, willowy blonde with soft, creamy skin stretched over a perfect figure, draped exquisitely by a priceless couturier. Her hair swept down to her shoulders in rivulets of spun gold, and her eyes flashed a deep blue smile at me as her red lips parted to reveal even white teeth and a healthy grin. Meg Brodie didn't have to be a mind reader to know what I was thinking. She spoke, and the tension snapped. I expelled my breath like a harpooned squid.
Hello. Do I disturb you?
Well, I'd never quite seen anyone like you before. Not close up, that is.
Is that meant to be a compliment, Mr. Mason?
Oh, yes. Well, yes, I suppose so. Do forgive me, Mrs. Brodie. I was a little taken aback. Won't you have a chair?
Thank you.
Tea?
No, thank you, Mr. Mason. Not tea.
well, yeah, a cocktail, perhaps, or is it a little early for you?
9 o'clock in the morning, early.
It's never too early for cocktails. Can you mix a Clover Club?
Oh, yes, I think so. Gin, white of an egg, dash of bitters, half a tot of grenadine, crushed ice. How's that?
Divine.
Oh, I won't be a sec. Perhaps you'd care to tell me the purpose of your visit while I mix the drink.
Certainly. I'm looking for an escort. A male escort.
What sort of escort?
I just told you. A male one.
Now, what I mean is, well, where is he to escort you to?
The opera for a start. Tonight, Covent Garden. The Barber of Seville.
With Gallioni in the lead. Oh, I'd like very much to escort you myself, Mrs. Brodie.
You're not quite what I had in mind.
Oh. Well, whom did you have in mind then, madam?
Dirk Dyer.
One of my operators?
So I've been reliably informed.
Oh, I see. Tell me, have you met Dirk Dyer before?
No, but I've seen him. Oh, that will do perfectly. Thank you. Cheers.
Cheers. You know, I should warn you that Dirk Dyer is no patron of the arts.
I want a man, not a maestro.
Oh, well, in that case, you've probably chosen wisely. Dirk Dyer is certainly a man. Of course, all my operators have the right to refuse any assignment. What I mean is, Dyer might not be too happy about the opera.
He'll be coming with me.
Oh, yes, of course. Oh, you can rest assured that there'll be no complications as far as Dyer is concerned.
Tell him I have a private box.
I rather fancy that he'll require no more inducement than that supplied by his big brown eyes. What time and where, Mrs. Brodie?
Call me Meg. Everyone does. Even my husband.
Yes, your husband. You are still, well, what I mean to say is...
Yes, I'm still married. I have my husband's permission to gauge an escort, preferably a professional one, which is why I came to you. My husband never goes to the opera, you see.
Were you introduced to us, Mrs. Brodie? Meg, I don't recollect ever having worked for your husband before.
Oh, I should hope not. My husband, Mr. Mason, is the infamous Sammy Brodie, notorious muscle man and international gunster.
I should have guessed it the moment Miss Fairweather came through on the intercom. Clients hardly ever arrive without a prior telephone call. It was her perfume that first held me spellbound. That and the fact that her hair was as jet black as Meg Brodie's had been golden yellow. She smiled without showing her teeth. A low sigh breathed in her throat as her green eyes swept over me. For some reason, my tongue clung to the roof of my mouth, and I suddenly knew that Mark Antony just couldn't have helped himself. Men hasn't devised a defense against this. As she melted into the chair, she spoke, slowly and evenly, so that I mistook the meaning of her first remark.
Joan, darling.
Oh, hello.
You're Aubrey Mason.
Yes, that's right. And you're Joan.
Darling.
Oh, Joan Darling. Oh, yes, of course. Joan Darling. Mrs. Darling.
Yes.
I don't think we've met before.
Oh, we haven't. A friend of mine recommended you. Meg Brodie.
Meg Brodie? But she's just left here a few minutes ago.
Yes, I know.
Oh, I see. Did you know she was coming this morning?
I knew she'd been here. Clover Club cocktails.
Oh. You know her drinking habits, then?
Oh, not only her drinking habits, Aubrey. Tell me, was she successful with that heavy brown-eyed muscle man, what's his name?
Dirk Dyer.
That's the one. Well?
Well, if you mean did she engage his services, yes.
Mad on muscle men, that's Meg. No taste, no refinement. It's a common ailment with blondes, don't you think so, Aubrey?
Well, I hadn't thought about it. I'm sure you must be wrong.
Oh, not as far as Meg Brodie is concerned. However, let's not dwell on Meg Brodie. Although she must have impressed you for you to have offered her a cocktail at 9 in the morning. Not so, Aubrey.
Well, not as much as you've impressed me, Joan. In fact, so enchanted was I that I forgot to offer you anything at all. If I mix you a clover club, will you forgive me?
Not for a clover club, but for a dry martini. Well, an amnesty.
In 2 shakes of a lamb's tail.
Don't you want to know why I came?
Well, I didn't offer a cocktail, actually. I offered her tea. She declared a preference for a cocktail and asked me if I knew how to prepare a clover club. I suspect she was trying me out.
The pig. But then blondes are always trying something on, even if it's only in a dress shop. You didn't answer my question.
Well, I don't need to. You've got permission from your husband to engage an escort to take you to the opera, because your husband doesn't ever go to the opera, and, well, you heard about Assignments Unlimited from your friend Mrs. McBrody, and, well, you decided to come along and see if there was another operator available.
Wrong.
Wrong?
I came along to see if you were available. Well, Aubrey?
What? Oh, yes. yes, of course. An honor, Mrs. Darling.
Either use Joan or drop the missus. You even guessed how much. Cheers.
Cheers.
Ah, delicious. I think I'm going to enjoy this evening.
Well, I'm sure I am.
How simply marvellous to have a gentleman for company for a change. I'm married to a gorilla, Aubrey.
Oh, then your husband is also a gangster, like Meg's, I mean.
Oh, she told you? Yes, mine too.
But you do have permission.
Well, not really, no. No, I think it would be truthful to say that I definitely do not have permission.
Well, then do you think it's wise? I mean...
Wise? Oh, yes, Aubrey. My husband is the celebrated Fingers Darling, professional embezzler.
Oh, no, really?
Wanted by the police on 2 continents. Nobody knows where he is.
Not even you?
Of course I know where he is. At the moment he's in, South America somewhere.
South America? Well, I mean, that's a long way, Mrs. Joan.
Yes, isn't it, Aubrey?
Would you like another cocktail?
I'd love one.
All right, Fingers, you can open up. It's me, Sammy.
Sammy Brody?
Well, it ain't Sammy Davis, Jr.
Oh, I'll have you a minute. You've got everything?
Yeah, everything.
Hang on.
Oh, that's a bit better. Well, Fingers, you been comfortable?
Yeah, great. Did you bring the champagne and Kevy?
Yeah, right there in the bucket. Now, where'd you eat that stuff? There's half an ox in a deep freeze.
When you got $500,000 stashed away like I have, you get used to the good things in life.
Like, Joan, for instance?
You ain't got a bad popsy yourself, Sammy. The only difference is you can get to seeing yours.
Yeah, I know how you must feel, Fingers, and, well, I'd like to help you out, believe me, but you must see how it is. I can't have anyone outside the mob know the existence of this hideaway. You must admit that with the exception of Popsy's, it's some hideaway.
Oh, I admit it, yes. Luxury flat hidden inside an East End garage.
Yeah.
Only you could think of a thing like that, Sammy.
Well, you get stuck into the cavity, well, I'll give you the griff.
Yeah. Did you see Joan?
No, I didn't, but Meg did.
How is she?
Oh, great, just great.
Cool, if only I could leave here for one night. Just one night.
Well, you will be leaving tonight.
Hey?
Well, the fairy godmother granted your wish.
You mean the job's on tonight?
Yeah, that's just what I do mean. Now, you listen here. My wife Meg is going to the opera tonight with another fella, see? Now, don't get it wrong. I'm stacking up an alibi for tonight that I'll be out of town in the Midlands.
Oh.
Meg going to the opera with another bloke adds up to it, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Well, no Parker would be crazy enough to filch my Popsy if I was in town.
Yeah, mine neither.
Well, yours doesn't come into it, does she? She spread the rumour around that you're in South America, and the peelers are beginning to believe you really are. Anyway, you're as safe here as you would be in South America.
Except that I can't see Joan.
Oh, no, not that again. Can't you be patient?
Oh.
There's $500,000 in this for you if you play it right. 20 years inside if you play it wrong.
Oh, I know you're right, Sammy, but... God, if I could just see her once...
Yeah, you already said that. When you get to South America, you can send for her.
Now, tell me about the arrangements.
Well, we spring the mob from Pentonville at 10:30 sharp.
Why so early?
Well, so that your seaplane can be well out over the Atlantic before dawn.
Oh, yeah.
And there are 3 of us going with you, and they have to come from the pen, get down to Leon Sea, pick up the motor launch, and cruise up to the plane.
Yeah.
She's lying off the roads over from the artillery target practice area. And we're hoping that when she starts up, any snooper will reckon she's a military plane. Get it?
Yeah.
If anything goes wrong, though, we'll have a hard job finding you out over the Atlantic in the pitch dark. All right?
Sounds all right. And you say Meg is out with some other fella?
Only to the opera, Fingers. Just the opera. You know, I can trust my Meg, Fingers.
I wish I could say the same for Joan, Sammy. I wish I could say the same. But if I ever did catch her with another fella, I'd slit his throat from ear to ear. Ear to ear, Sammy.
I unashamedly confess that I was overboard for the darling woman. Reflecting on her and the golden blonde Meg Brodie, I wondered how such delectable creatures could wind up as gangsters' moles. But of course it was money. I remember the newspaper story about Fingers' darling. He was one of the Harrow bank robbers and wanted by the police. The rest of the mob were behind bars, 3 of them, and the story was that they'd got away with a cool $2 million. Only Darling was at large, and he was said to be in South America. Indeed, I genuinely believed him to be there, since his own wife had told me as much. 2 hours to go before I picked up Joan Darling at her flat. I found myself wondering what she was doing.
Hello.
Meg, Joan here.
Joan, darling.
Meg, you're purring like a kitten.
Am I pet? Oh. I suppose I am.
Did you manage to hook your He-Man? Dirk Dyer, isn't it?
Of course. I'm a very persuasive woman. You know that.
What I mean is, have you spoken to him?
Not for the last 20 minutes. Speech seemed superfluous.
Meg, you haven't got him there in your flat.
Right here with me. Oh, he's Adonis, Paris, Hercules, and Gregory Peck all rolled into one.
Oh, careful, Meg, precious. Sammy wouldn't like that.
Sammy's in the Midlands.
Oh, you know that's only a front.
But an important front. He mustn't be seen around here for today, at least.
Sammy's got $1,000.
Oh, now you're being theatrical or jealous. Uh-oh. The creature's stirring. I must ring off. I think he's going to wake up.
Goodbye, dear.
Good luck.
Got everything, Fingers?
Yeah. The rope's nylon, though. Don't look too strong.
It's twice the strength of them.
I hope you're right. That wall's 60 feet high, you know.
Don't worry, you'll be okay. Let's run over the routine. We've got a few minutes.
All right. The cylinders of the L gas have already been smuggled into the pen.
Uh-huh.
There's 12 of them placed around the prison, and at 10:30, 12 trustees will set them off.
All right.
In 2 minutes, every man jack in the prison will be sleeping his head off, even those who don't mean to go to sleep.
Except for the corner wall guard. He's in the open, in the fresh air.
I'll fix him on the wall.
Yeah, with chloroform, Fingers, not with a knife.
What does it matter as long as he's fixed?
It matters a lot. We don't want a murder rap hanging over us.
Yeah, all right. I'll use chloroform. I just hope it's enough, that's all.
Yeah, so do I, Fingers, for your sake. Now, do you want to take a look at the route?
No need. It's all in me noggin. Know it off by heart.
Yeah, well, just check the last part.
We wait in the car at the top end of Argyle Street off the Gray's Inn Road.
Yeah, it's the most important part. Nobody'd ever guess that we'd take that route. The top end of Argyle Street, remember? Off the Gray's Inn Road. Let's go.
Your muscle man just couldn't take any more, could he?
What? Oh, I'm sorry. I was engrossed with Gallione.
Well, I suppose it is possible to have too much culture.
I'm sorry. I've been neglecting you.
Oh, on the contrary, Aubrey. This afternoon was wonderful. I was referring to your operator, Dirk Dyer. He's left the opera.
Dyer?
Just this minute. Look across, their box is empty. Gallione is a far cry from Elvis Presley.
Dyer is a Beatles fan. Or what do we care about them?
Oh, not a fig. I mean, unless your operator has some further use for you.
You're being vague, Joan.
Am I? Then I'll be blunt. Meg Brodie got permission from her husband to hire an escort for the opera. Just the opera. I happen to know that your man, Dirk Dyer, has performed his duties rather overzealously. Granted, a little perspicacity and acumen is a good thing in any enterprise, but if that great gorilla, Sammy Brodie, ever found out that Dirk Dyer called at 3 for a 7 o'clock date with Meg, he might start to snort. If it just happens to be mentioned to him that the escort left before the performance was over, he might bellow like a bull. And Aubrey, Mr. Sammy Brodie is an awfully vindictive and awfully tough gangster.
You mean I have to leave this delightful opera to play nanny to that great hunk of a man Dyer?
Or better a nanny than a pallbearer.
So, or perhaps we can come again.
Any time after the lists.
Lists? You know, that sounds like a medieval joust.
The passenger lists on aircraft arriving from South America. I check them every day to see if my devoted husband has braved the tentacles of Interpol to be by my side.
But would it be wise for him to return?
It would be plain foolhardy. But men are often fools over women. Not so often.
Yes, they are. Well, we better get after Dyer.
I simply adore your conceit. Come on, open the box door, darling.
Do you think they're still in the foyer?
Oh, no chance of that. They'll have left already.
But they'd have to ring for a cab.
Meg Brodie. Her husband is as rich as Croesus. She always travels about London in a chauffeur-driven car. Oh, it has many advantages. No parking problems, no waiting. And, of course, her husband uses it too, so it's probably just as well that it's bulletproof.
Well, would they go back to her flat?
Oh, I don't think so. They spent the afternoon there, after all. Both by now must wish for a change of decor. I think I know where she'll take him. A private club on the other side of town. I've been there often. Always with the Fingers, of course.
Well, do you think we should visit your old haunts?
I don't think we have to worry over much. South America is so far away, and Fingers is not a complete idiot. But Sammy Brodie is only in the Midlands. See what I mean?
Yes, of course. Then I'll ring for a cab. Where is this club?
It's at the top end of Argyle Street, off the Gray's End Road.
Here we are. Right on time, Sammy.
Yeah, well driven, Fingers. What's it feel like to be behind a wheel again after being cooped up in my secret flat?
Like a bird out of a cage. Here, how's the top end of Argyle Street coming up now? Where shall I park?
Just where it turns into the Gray's Inn Road. Over there'll do.
Right.
Now, we got 10 minutes.
Yeah.
The others will be along soon. We mustn't look suspicious to a bobby on the beat, huh?
Yeah. Dirty peelers. You, Sammy. Ain't that your car parked up the road there?
Eh? Yeah, so it is.
What's she doing here?
Old Meg, I suppose. She always takes it out at night, complete with driver.
Yeah, but why here? She don't know nothing about this lot, does she?
Use your loaf. It's Argyle Street, innit? The Penguin Club, remember? You've been here often enough.
Oh, yeah, of course. Penguin. Does she come often alone?
She'll have an escort with her.
Oh, yeah, you told me, didn't you? She was going to the opera with another fella to clinch your alibi. Opera must have come out early.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Ain't you worried?
Oh, why should I be?
Well, Meg's a beautiful woman.
Well, so's Joan.
Yeah, she's at home. Oh, turn the window down, it's hot in here.
Yeah, okay.
A taxi. Someone else for the club, I suppose.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Oh, Aubrey, you're priceless.
You're not Fingers.
Shut up!
Yeah, what's the matter with you now?
I said shut up!
Over the road, Aubrey, darling.
Fingers! Where are you going? Fingers! Fingers! Look out! He's got a knife!
Aubrey, it's my husband.
All right, you've got it coming to me.
No, you don't! That's the first one. And here's another. And another.
You killed him?
No, I haven't. He'll just have a sore head for a few days.
I wonder who brought him here. They've driven off?
Your list system wasn't very effective, was it?
No. Such an unreliable place, South America. I'm sure dear Fingers will be much safer in Pentonville Prison.
Safe from whom?
Didn't you know? Well, Fingers was most indiscreet. He visited Meg Brodie one day when Sammy was in the Midlands. I wouldn't be in the least bit surprised if Sammy didn't try to get his own back on Fingers one day.
Yes, Sammy Brodie did get his own back on the little embezzler Fingers Darling. Oh, there was no prison break planned. The whole thing was a frame-up engineered by Sammy, and the underworld could never point a finger at him and accuse him of being a stool pigeon. Fingers brought the trouble on himself when he attacked me in a fit of jealous rage. The police recovered the stolen money, and Fingers went to join his cronies in prison. And what happened to Joan Darling? Well, the last I heard of her, she was with Sammy Brodie in the Midlands.
There you are, Leonard. Just as I said, it's gone. If you look closely, you'll see that the case hasn't been forced. It's been opened by someone cognizant of museum routine.
Certainly looks like it, Sir Henry.
Inspect it yourself.
No, Sir Henry, I'll take your word for it, of course. The thing is, what do we do now? It really ought to be reported, you know.
Of course I know that, but I want one chance at getting it back first. I don't want the police or the curator to know about the loss for 2 days. That means you'll have to stand by me, Leonard.
You mean keep mum about it, Sir Henry?
I believe that is the expression, yes.
But surely the police have a better chance of recovering it.
Not at this stage, they haven't. I'll admit I'm playing a hunch, and that I'm taking a chance on a man I'm going to ask to work for me. For the very simple reason that I've never met him before. But I'll call on him this morning. He has an office at 33 Half Moon Street.
Impressed by Sir Henry Barr's frankness. An unassuming little man, he peered at me over the rims of his round-lensed spectacles, and when excited, seemed to have difficulty in controlling the position of his ancient dentures. But he struck me as a man accustomed to telling the truth, whatever the consequences might be. In this case, the consequences could be quite serious for Sir Henry Barr. However, his approach to the problem was philosophical, understandingly so, since Sir Henry was an archaeologist and student of ancient rites and philosophies. My main concern was that the theft had taken place from the British Museum.
You see, Mason, the museum is stuffed and stuffy. It's old-fashioned to start with, and it's not big enough anymore. The very look of it is enough to put off most people. The only time the public is remotely interested is when we winkle out a few special exhibits and display them in the main hall.
When the theft took place, Sir Henry, was such an exhibition in progress?
Yes, and that's where I agree with the Americans. They don't use the word museum anymore. They call it an exhibition. And that's what in reality it is, an exhibition of the ancients. Culture of the ages exhibited for all to see in this modern age. I sound like a soap salesman.
Oh, not a bit of it. I know exactly what you're driving at, and I find your conversation interesting and illuminating.
I'm flattered, Mr. Mason. Thank you. Well, let me tell you about this exhibition. I was in sole charge of it, having had more experience than most people in London at this time. It was mainly a lapidary show. Oh, does that puzzle you? I saw you blink.
Stone polishing, isn't it?
Cutting and polishing and etching. It's a fascinating hobby and has many thousands of enthusiasts. You see, it's a healthy hobby, wandering over beaches and moors looking for stones to cut, and a skillful hobby, to cut and shape and polish the stones when you've found it. However, this show in the museum was to demonstrate techniques through the ages. That rubber stamp you have on your table, Mr. Mason, probably cost you a few shillings. But in ancient times, thousands of years B.C., a stamp like that would have to be cut by hand in soft stone of similar density to the hard rubber you have on yours.
And you had such stamps on display?
Seals would be the correct word. Royal seals and seals of families of ancient lineage. They would have to be made to last virtually forever, since the ancients believed their royalty to be immortal and holy, so a wood carving would be useless. Well, I don't wish to bore you with too much detail, but these ancient seals on show included the sign of Ming Tuan, dating from the First Dynasty, a cast of a golden seal that had once belonged to a minor prince of the Hittites, and the seal of Darius.
Darius? The Persian emperor?
I see you know something of ancient history, Mr. Mason.
Well, I didn't know the British Museum had in its possession the actual seal of Darius.
It hasn't anymore. It's been stolen.
Great Scott, Sir Henry. When you came in here, I thought you were concerned with some petty theft of a personal nature. The seal of Darius must be worth a king's ransom.
And it should be. Darius was the greatest king who ever lived.
Well, the Greeks don't think so. Remember Marathon?
That's like the Americans saying, remember the Alamo. But we aren't here for an historical argument.
No, we're not. In fact, I'd like to know why you've come to me and not the police. Have you reported this loss to the police?
No.
Why on earth not?
Only the librarian and myself know about it.
You're forgetting me.
But this is a confidential interview, and so I can rely upon your discretion in the matter.
Not if a rare item has been stolen from the British Museum, you can't.
My dear chap, the only reason I've come here is to enlist your help in getting back the seal of Darius.
But we're not a firm of investigators, private eyes.
Oh, but there's no investigating to do.
There isn't?
Not at all, Mr. Mason. I know where the seal of Darius is. I merely want you to go and get it back for me.
All right, Crash, all right. If you don't want the job, I'll simply ring up Sir Henry Barr and tell him to wait until Cannon gets back. Well, he'll take on the job with alacrity.
Well, who's refusing the job, Chief? All I said was, if the seal of Darius has been pinched, it's your duty to report it to the police. And what's more, I stand by what I say.
You don't understand, Crash. You just don't understand. You've never met the little man. He's completely on the level.
Just because he's little? Hitler was a little guy, too.
If you're worrying about the enormous value attached to this seal, then you can forget about it. The intrinsic value is incalculable, but it has no immediate cash value. Or even a pawnbroker would laugh if you tried to pledge it. It's been stolen by some unknown to Sir Henry, a collector who simply wishes to gaze enraptured upon this wretched thing and dream that he is Cyrus in Babylon.
And if he knows where it is, why doesn't he go and get it back?
I've just told you he's a little man. Or in stature, that is. The job's dangerous.
You mean this collector's some kind of a nut?
Perhaps. Well, there's danger, to be sure. He said so. That's why he came to us, to help him recover the seal and put it back in the British Museum.
What are you doing?
Phoning Sir Henry to tell him to wait for Cannon's return.
Oh, no, you don't.
Now, why did you do that? I thought you didn't want the job.
I've changed my mind, Chief. Where is this seal of Darius?
I don't know.
You don't know? But you just said that...
I know what I said. Sir Henry said we'd know the location of the seal when the evening paper came out tonight.
Where do we look? The agony column?
Sports page. And before you accuse me of schizophrenia, let me tell you that I've worked it all out. Look for yourself on the back page. What's the sports headline?
Postponed marathon now to be run at White City on Friday the 13th of June. So, what does that tell us?
It was at Marathon that the Athenians repulsed the Persians as they tried to invade. A chap called Philippides ran all the way to his leader to tell him the good news, and he dropped dead at the end of it. The distance he ran is the distance of a marathon race. Has been perpetuated in the Olympic Games ever since.
Oh, you don't say. When did all this happen?
Well, if my memory serves me right, it was in the year 490 B.C.
Athenians being Greeks, yes.
Well, of course.
Well, there's a list of runners in the marathon. One of them's named Populopidus. And from the look of his picture, he's no Norwegian.
Here, let me see.
Populopidus. Pop for short.
So it is. Crash, I don't think we need confirmation from Bauer. The secret to this mystery lies with his Greek runner. What's his name?
Pop for short. He's got a good record, too. Harry Wilmot writes that he's the East European champion. And if there's a nip in the air on the great day, he ought to win the marathon easily.
Extraordinary how these sport writers make a human race sound like a horse race.
It's not only the sports writers who do things to the human race, Chief.
Touché. Well, where do we go from here?
Nowhere. Not until Friday. Then we go to White City and take a look at this Pop guy.
Well, Friday's out for me. I have a bridge date at the club.
Then I'll go alone. Suits me. I've got to play it off the cuff anyway.
The seal of Darius. It has an ominous ring, hasn't it, Crash?
Yes, Chief. For no reason at all, it sounds sinister.
We have observers situated along the marathon route, and they will relay messages to me, and I, in turn, will tell you what the positioning is with the contestants. The first news comes from Wormwood Scrubs, where the runners are strung out along Wood Lane. Britain's Mervyn Smith is leading, followed by the Frenchman, Laplage, and then 6 British runners, Dawson, Patley, Rogers, Lane, Bristow, and Smart, And then comes Jackie Peterson from South Africa, who's in very good shape. Oddly enough, the Greek runner Populopoulos, who was particularly fancied for today's marathon at White City, is nowhere at all. Oh, a message has just come through that Pop, as he's called, has turned into Wood Lane from Westway and is running like a hare. He must have stopped off for some reason. Anyway, when they've completed the full marathon course around London, they'll arrive back here in the stadium and complete 2 laps for the full distance. As information comes through, I'll feed it to you. And meanwhile,
Mr. Mason has remarkable powers of description. You must be Carson.
What's that?
I said you must be Crash Carson.
Do I know you?
Mr. Aubrey Mason at Assignments Unlimited said you'd be here on the Darius job. His description of you was so perfect that I had no trouble at all in recognizing you.
Oh, is that so? And who are you, friend?
I'm Sir Henry Bauer.
The client? Well, hello. What brings you to White City?
Obviously the same thing that brings you here.
Yes. But the chief said that this assignment might be dangerous.
I haven't come here to look for trouble, rather to avoid it. I noticed that you were paying particular attention to the announcer in the box. You think that Populopoulos has something to do with the disappearance of the Seal of Darius.
Or something to do with its reappearance. But tell me, Sir Henry, if you know the people who've stolen this thing, why didn't you go to the police and tell them?
And have the story spread over every newspaper in the country. Great grief, Carson. If that happened, the British Museum would never allow us to conduct another exhibition as long as we lived.
More news of the marathon runners.
Quiet a minute.
They're now willing to cancel Green, and apart from one runner, the positions have not changed. That one runner is the Greek entrant Pop. Not only has he made up all the lost ground, but he's now firmly established in the lead. The Observer at that point remarks that had Pop not been forced to stop for some reason at the beginning of the race, the outcome would by now be a foregone conclusion. Now, I have some results for you. For the discus, no...
Yes, Kensal Green is okay as far as Kensal Green.
What's that, Carson?
The Greek runner. What do you know about him?
Nothing at all.
You told the chief that he'd find the solution to this mystery on the sports page of the newspaper. That meant the marathon. You're here in person. Now, where do the ends tie in?
They don't. I received a letter from a gentleman who was obviously Greek by his name, requesting that his society borrow the Seal of Darius. I refused on the grounds that it wasn't mine to lend. I thought at first that the seal would be at the address on the gentleman's letter. I went there after I'd seen Mr. Mason, but the house was empty. That's all I can tell you.
So you just guessed that this marathon had something to do with it. Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, the coincidence is rather remarkable, isn't it? The marathon was run because of the war between the Athenians and the Persians. The Seal of Darius, king of the Persians, was stolen just before a marathon is run here at White City, with a Greek runner the principal participant.
So, what would they do with that seal?
It's hard to fathom the mind of a person who lives behind the Iron Curtain.
The communists?
That part of Persia from whence the seal originally came is now part of the Soviet Union's satellite network of countries.
And the Observer from Elgin Road reports it to say the position of the marathon runners is unchanged, except for the Greek runner Populopoulos. For some unaccountable reason, he's out of the race entirely. He was leading at Kensal Green Cemetery, but somewhere along the route he's dropped out. There's been no sign of him, and the Observer reports that he must be so far behind now that he can never hope to catch up and must be considered out of the race altogether. However, the others are going strong, and we hope to see them back...
Did you hear that?
Yes.
He's disappeared. The Greek has disappeared somewhere between Kensal Green Cemetery and Elgin Road. That's the clue, Sir Henry. Find the Greek and you've found the Seal of Darius.
Crash Carson had the office car parked right outside the White City Stadium, and in less than 5 minutes he was winding in and out of the traffic along Wormwood Scrubs as he headed for Kensal Green Cemetery, the diminutive Sir Henry Bauer tense and alert by his side.
If I can locate where the Greek went to, I want you to take this car and contact the chief, Aubrey Mason. He's at the Junior Carlton Club playing bridge, okay?
I'd rather like to come. I've never had so much fun in my life.
Yeah, that's the word to remember, life. Hang on to it. Now, I figure that plenty of people must have seen the runners go by. Now, I'm going to stop along the route to ask them. Anybody may have seen where this Greek made a duck.
Well, I doubt it. People would line the streets to watch the runners go by, but once they were past, the people would go home again. Isn't that so?
Yes. But in the side streets, it isn't often you see a big Greek running up a side street in a pair of shorts. In Piraeus, maybe, but not in the middle of London.
Have you got a road map?
Of Greater London, yes, in the glove box.
May I use it?
I hope so.
Thank you. Ah. Here it is.
The Harrow Road. And there's Kensal Green Cemetery right ahead. I'll turn into the Harrow Road and then we'll stop.
A good idea.
Can I have a look at the map? Okay, so he disappeared somewhere between here and Elgin Road. It could have been into any one of these turnings.
Yes, dozens of them. It's hopeless, isn't it?
Well, patient investigation and questioning might show us where he went. In any case, if he's really disappeared, then there'll be a police search for him.
That may take hours, days.
Well, Sir Henry, you take a good look at the map. Maybe you've got some idea of where he went. That's like looking for a lost poodle in a maze.
Lothrop, Compton, Barrons. I say, Carson, here's something unusual. These streets are numbered. You know, like in America. I didn't know we had numbered streets. I thought all London streets bore names.
Yes. You thought of something?
Yes, look. 6th Street, 5th Street. See here.
So what?
Darius was at his zenith in the 5th century B.C.
So you figure we try 5th Street?
It's just over there.
All right, let's walk. I'm going to ask the first person I meet in 5th Street if they saw a big Greek in running shorts. If the answer's in the affirmative, then we'll know that someone has been laying an easy trail for us to follow. Everything so far is tied in. Once the police know about that seal of Darius, then they'll follow the trail just as it's been blazed for us.
But for what purpose, Mr. Carson? Why did they want to lead us on like this?
That's the $64 question, Sir Henry. Well, here's 5th Street. Keep walking. Hey, look over there. Just what the doctor ordered. An old man sunning himself in a doorway. I'll bet you that he's been there the best part of a day. If anybody saw anything, that old man did. Come on. Oh, I say, I wonder if you can help us.
What you want, Nipper?
Well, my friend and I are the organizers of a road race. We think that one of our runners got lost and took the wrong turning. You didn't see a big, dark-haired man come along this way in a pair of running shorts, did you?
Of course I did. Think I'm blind or something?
You mean he did come down this road?
A geezer in red shorts.
That's him. Where did he go?
He ain't got his heart in running, mate. That I can tell you. He ain't got his heart in running.
Maybe not, but where did he go?
Over there, in Mabel Laggers boarding house. Boarding house. It's a laugh.
Well, here's something for you. Buy yourself a drink.
Oh, thanks, mate. You're a real gent.
Come on, Sir Henry. Mabel Laggers boarding house. Well, here goes.
Yes?
Are you Mrs. Lagger, ma'am?
I'm Mabel Laggers and still free of the bonds of holy matrimony. If you're looking for digs, you can look somewhere else. I'm full.
We're not looking for digs, Mabel.
Hey, who are you? Peelers? No, that little bloke could never get into the police force. What do you want?
We're looking for a friend of ours, a marathon runner.
A what?
A runner. He got lost on the way to Elgin Road, and we believe that he came in here. He was dressed only in a pair of running shorts.
Do you mean Captain Keno?
Keno?
Yes, that's the man in running shorts.
Can't make him out. Who's on the run, he is? Mind you, there's been plenty of blokes living here who's been on the run, but in a different way. Now, the captain, for all he talks funny like, is always running around to keep fit. Now, I asks you, running around to keep fit, it ain't healthy. He ought to be doing an honest day's work, didn't he?
Yes, yes. Look, do you think we could see Captain Keno?
If you wants to. The place is becoming a blooming railway station, if you ask me. There's the captain, lives here for 4 years and don't talk to nobody, and then all of a sudden the place is full of people wanting to talk to him.
You mean he's had other visitors today?
And 3 of them. Captain was out, so they waited in his room for him. Well, if you want to see him, you might as well go up too.
Are they... these other visitors, are they still in the captain's room?
Must be. They haven't come down here. If they had, I'd have heard them, wouldn't I? Well, go on up, you go. They're letting a draft in.
Thanks.
Give me a shout when you want to go. I'll let you out.
Captain Keno. Well, I think it's the same one.
Must be. Mr. Carson, look! There, on the settee.
Yes, I can see. He's dead.
It is Popolopoulos. I recognize him from the start of the race of the White City.
Me too. Now here he is, lying on his stomach on the settee, dead as a doornail. Look over at the window. That's how the visitors made their getaway.
His murderers.
Well, Sir Henry, there's no chance of keeping the loss of the Darius seal a secret anymore. This is now a case for Scotland Yard.
Who's that?
Let's have a look-see.
Brought the captain's tea. Well, move aside.
He's changing at the moment. I'll take it.
Getting very prim and proper, ain't we? Well, I knows how to behave like a lady sometimes. Here you are.
Mabel.
Yeah?
That old man who sits in the doorway on the other side of the road. Do you know who he is?
What's old man?
Well, he was sitting in the doorway opposite when we came in. He gave me the impression that he lived there.
Then your impression's dented, mate. In this place you don't find any gentlemen, and they don't live to grow old.
But I spoke to him.
You did? Well, then you better put more water with it. Because I've lived here for the past 30 years, and there ain't never been no one sitting in no doorway over the road. Do me a favour and bring the tray down with you when you go out.
Okay. The old man over the road was a plant, a phony. Someone put him there to make quite sure we'd find Pop's hideaway. The old man was the last blaze on the trail. We were meant to find the Greek, eh? Don't you know better than to touch a body? What did you turn him over for?
Look at his throat.
It's branded. He's been branded in the throat. There's a pattern where the flesh has been burnt. Looks like a warrior in a chariot spearing a lion. What sort of brand do you suppose that is?
I know what it is. It's the seal of Darius.
He must be a maniac.
No, Chief. This maniac is crazy like a fox.
Care to tell me about it? I work here too, you know.
I'm sorry, Chief, but I just didn't have time before. I'll give you all the lowdown. First of all, just as I've told Sir Henry Bauer, and then what my preparations are for tonight. That's a secret between you and me and Inspector Gorshin of the Yard.
The murder squad?
Or what else? Oh, by the way, whatever you do, don't come near my apartment tonight.
You expecting trouble?
I'm hoping for trouble. Is Cannon going to be sore when he finds out that he missed this one?
Yes, I suppose so. Both of you are dangerous disciples. Well, what about the seal of Darius?
It's like this, Chief. When the Emperor Darius first had this seal made, he used it, not as you would suppose, on official documents and so forth. Stand right where you are. You make one move and I'll empty this Luger into your stomach.
Are you all right, Carson?
Right as rain, Inspector. Come on in. The door's unlocked. Now, you stand quite still, friend. There's someone out there you'll enjoy meeting.
Get inside and don't try any funny business.
This is an outrage.
Are you kidding? Where'd you find the little man, Inspector?
He was waiting in the car on the corner. Nice work, Carson. Have you questioned this man?
Not yet.
Would somebody kindly tell me what all this is about?
You'll hear about it plenty when you stand trial, Bauer. Your friend here thought that was me in the bed. I made it up with cushions to look like someone sleeping. So when he climbed in through the window, he went over to the bed and plunged that knife into what he thought was me. You've got nice friends, Bauer. But you see, after I blew the gaff to you, I figured that you'd decide to eliminate me.
You can't prove a thing.
You're wrong, Bauer. My sergeant took two things from the glove box of your car, two things which are going to put you inside for a long, long time.
Two things, Inspector?
One was a blowtorch, handy instrument for making things hot.
And the other thing?
I'll give you one guess. That's right. The seal of Darius.
Sir Henry Bauer didn't go to prison after all. He turned Queen's evidence, and the special branch were able to ferret out a whole nest of enemy spies. The Greek runner was an agent for America's CIA, and Bauer the chief of a red spy ring. Bauer faked the theft of the seal of Darius, and one of his men lured the Greek back to his boarding house. There he was killed, and the seal branded onto his throat. Bauer called us in, knowing full well that we would find the body,
and that he, being in the company of Carson, had a perfect alibi.